You. We live like Channel 4 and Channel 5, man. Hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to donate, the links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. Relax, niggas. The like button is free. You know what I'm saying? As I'm going to type that in the chat and pin that. Hit, hold on. The like button is free, niggas. The like button is free, straight up and down. But anyway, so we're gonna go live, man. We're gonna talk about Eric Adams and this whole situation going on. We're gonna pull up a little bit of politics because CNN got no shame at this point. At this point, CNN got no shame. They out here want to hear what the kids got to say. Okay, so this has gotten to a point where there's no shame from these folks on the left. You know what I mean? They want to hear the opinions of children. They think that, you know, children know more than we do. Okay. This is a wicked society that we live in. If we want to hear about children's opinions on politics, whether we agree with it or not, CNN reached the all-time low. They crashed out. You know what I'm saying? I know I said, yeah. The crashing out of the year hasn't stopped yet. It hasn't stopped yet because CNN might have went to an all-time low. I'm sitting up there saying DL Hughley got crash out of the year. No, CNN might just crash. This CNN might have the crash out of the year for getting kids into politics. Okay, children into politics. This might be the crash out of the year. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. But we're gonna talk. There's some things we definitely gonna go ahead and talk about. But I'm gonna go ahead and let this music play real quick. Fair act use on everything that we using today in this video. Everything is for educational purposes. The copyrights to this particular song that I'm finna play, I do not own the rights to. Y'all can go find that on YouTube and support the YouTube channel. Shout out to the diplomats, Cameron. You know what I'm saying? I really mean it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into this particular video, man. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna tell like it is, straight up and down. But anyway, let me let this music play. Like button is free, nigga. Nothing left to say, man. East side. Yeah, catch you. You know what it is. Holler. See if you bout it. Cause we is. And why? I really mean it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. I really mean it. All right. Let me make sure I'm working real quick. Let me make sure the dog is working real quick. All right, we about to get into it. Let me make sure the dog is working. All right. So, all right, man. So I told y'all, man, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, man. And this is honestly like maybe like a part three for me, personally, because I told y'all a lot of this shit was gonna start coming back full circle. I told y'all, bro. I literally been telling y'all. Hold on. I have literally been telling y'all that all this shit you seeing with Donald Trump and all these folks out here being behind trying to get the man locked up and all kind of shit. I told y'all all this shit is gonna start coming back full circle for these people. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. I'm not, and I told y'all when I told y'all about this shit. Don't, oh, we black. We got a motherfucking, nah, You've been selling us out this whole time. You stay there, fam. Stay there. Stay there. You've been selling us out this whole time, nigga. Stay there. I told y'all, whatever, y'all can go back on my, whether it's on this channel, my Tell Like It Is TV5 channel, or my BitChute page. I told y'all it ain't no fun when the rabbit get the gun, and I've been telling y'all this for a minute now. When all this stuff starts to come back on these folks, I don't want to hear it, especially y'all been selling us out the last 4 years. It ain't like y'all been out here standing on business when it came down to, ancient Americans getting taken care of. Y'all ain't been out here, y'all ain't been giving two fucks. Two fucks. So guess what? I don't give two fucks neither. Okay? I don't care. Fannie Willis out here, her old boy out here on the run, allegedly. Eric Adams going on an indictment, right? I don't care, bruh. You've been selling us out this whole time. Now you get to a coming to Jesus moment. Now you want to run back to the black community. Nah, fam. Nah. We not doing that. Respectfully, we not doing that. You get by on your own, you get by on your own. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. If you get by, you get by. You know what I'm saying? You still a brother at the end of the day. But all these brothers, they get by, they get by. But don't come running to us though, because you ain't care. You ain't care, bruh. You ain't care about all the madness going on in these Democrats. You don't care. One thing I will give Eric Adams a little credit for is that he started to buck against some of the stuff that was the immigration situation, right? He started to come back. Now, whether that came from the call of Kathy Hochul or was that actually Eric Adams that actually stood 10 toes down on that, that is for one that can debate, okay? because a lot of this shit is federal indictments on. If there's a federal indictment on Eric Adams, there needs to be a federal indictment on Kathy Hochul, straight up and down, in my personal opinion, because she's the one who gives the orders to a lot of this shit. She's the president of New York State. Okay, so if there's going to be any indictments going down, it should have been on her. But I told y'all that when they was out here, the Alvin Bragg and all this other shit, they was. I said, bro, all this shit is gonna come back on these folks, bro. It's all gonna come back. And it ain't gonna be no fun. And they gonna get out here and start talking about we black, y'all, and we black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. Nah, nah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate your efforts, right? Of finally standing on business. But when niggas was trying to tell you to stand on that business, it wasn't cool to stand on that business with niggas. You wasn't ready to jump in that fire with niggas when it was actually needed. Now it's damn near too late at this point. It's already too late, bro. It's already too late, straight up and down. But anyway, Eric Adams spoke against the border crisis, and now he's getting indicted. This is what happens when Democrats don't play ball with Democrat leadership. All right, so let's get into this.
We're seeing the erosion of the quality of life that we've improved on in such a short period of time of this administration. And we have been impacted. For many months, we were able to keep the visualization.
You should have said many years, but anyway, let's let it keep going.
Of this crisis from hitting our streets, but we have reached a breaking point. We're no longer able to do that because of the volume in numbers. Just last week, we had 3,900 people that arrived here. We are averaging anywhere from 2,500 to close to 4,000 a week.
A week. Think about that. A week. These people are coming in a week. Bruh. But remember, Kathy Hochul, goddamn, Kathy Hochul, goddamn, what's the dude's name? Kathy Hochul, Eric Adams, they was running around here saying, hey, we welcoming all people to New York. You know, this is a sanctuary city, all this other stuff. Massachusetts is the same thing, right? And then how that turned out? They turned it to a state of emergency, had to keep peeling all this money from the federal government and in the state budget and all this other stuff. They kept lobbying a lot of this stuff. One thing I will give Eric Adams is no different from what the governor of our state did. The governor of our state literally said, if you got a place to house these folks, you know, we'll find some incentives or whatever the case may be. So the government was willing to pay you in Massachusetts for that shit, straight up and down. She said, hey, I know it's a state of emergency, migrant crisis, da da da. And she got on TV in front of the whole Massachusetts and said, hey, if y'all can house them for us, please. That's literally in a nutshell what she said. This is their problem that they created. Okay. Now, because he's standing on business, it's just a smart thing to do. It has nothing to do with him being very brave or whatever. The brave thing would have been like, no, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to do certain things within a wave of things, but we can't just do shit. We just motherfucking 4,000 people a week. That's a little ridiculous when you got motherfuckers fucked up in the game already in New York that you could be rehabilitating and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't care about that. You don't care about them folks. They useless eaters to you. You see what I'm saying? This is how they do their own American people, bro. And then, you know, you out here, you getting caught getting foreign money from the Turkish and all, allegedly. You getting caught funded money from overseas to interfere in an election in New York. And you know what's crazy is that a lot of people will get up here and say that Donald Trump, Russia has something to do with the election. But in real time, we watching Eric Adams get indicted from getting funding from a foreign country. This is happening in real time.
And if you do the math, you see that's 8,000 every 2 weeks, potentially 16,000 a month that we must feed, clothe, house, educate children, and all the services that you would give a normal adult. And we're seeing that play out on our streets of New York. And that is what the breaking point looks like, what we are experiencing right now.
All right, and like I said, I give the brother a little bit of credit, but I'm gonna give the brother because he a brother. I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit, but even at that, my credit for him is very small because you should have been doing it from Jump Street. From Jump Street, it didn't make sense for that. So, brother, I can't give you no credit. Whether you like, I can't give you too much credit for that. I give you the credit just for speaking up. It's almost like how we look at Martin. Well, how I look at Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King came through all the civil rights shit, da 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 da. But honestly, that shit really hurt us. Wanting everybody to come in and this, that, and the third. And then look how we paid for that shit 50, 60 years later. You got the Asian man over you. You got the goddamn illegal immigrant still over you. And we indigenous to the goddamn land. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, we not let's okay, all right. Caucasians got the leadership and got the fucking get the benefits, all this whole other shit, right? Of America, right? Hands down. There's no debate about that. But damn, we can't get second though. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, we can't get second. We can't get second at least. We don't fought the wars. This is our country and shit like that. Like, we can't get second though. Nah, we can't get second under this party. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Straight up and down. All right. So let me come over here. Let me get off this video. Let's come to the next thing. So here's Donald Trump pretty much saying that he predicted that Eric Adams was going to go down once he stopped, supporting that whole immigration situation. So anyway, once again, fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse.
I will say this. I watched about a year ago when he talked about how the illegal migrants are hurting our city and the federal government should pay us and we shouldn't have to take them. And I said, you know what? He'll be indicted within a year. And I was exactly right, because that's what we have. We have people that use the Justice Department and the FBI at levels that have never been seen before. So I wish him luck. I don't know anything about what he did, but I told a lot of people right over there, that group was saying, sir, you were right about that. When they mentioned that, I said, they came in and he was pretty strong about it. He said, this is really unfair to make us carry this burden. We shouldn't be doing this. This is New York City.
And Kathy Hochul is the one that needs the real blame. I did a video. I just didn't release it, and I'm not going to release it now because I'm doing a live stream. But Kathy Hochul is the one that deserves the majority of the blame for the disaster of New York City. No different from Massachusetts with the governor that we got. She deserved heavy blame for this shit because you're the president of Massachusetts. Kathy Hochul is the president of New York. They deserve all-time blame. And y'all telling us that we need to vote a woman. So what? The goddamn Secretary of State, that's a male, can get all the blame for what's going on in America because the woman don't want to be held accountable for shit? Like, nah, bro, we not doing that, bro. We not doing that. And like I said, this is not me defending Eric Adams at all, because we know Eric Adams was a shout out to Ticket TV, a buck dancing bonanza. We know that nigga was a buck dancing bonanza for the Democrat Party. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But the brother had his little coming to Jesus moment where he knew, like, yo, okay, hold up, this shit is really fucking over the state, and I'm the mayor of this shit. I'm getting most of the heat. So I give him that compared to another black person, a so-called black person, that in Brandon Johnson in Chicago, where he's using the whole, I'm black, y'all, and I got a black family and people attacking me, and I got black children with a black wife. And that's all he got to say. But he out here doing the most for any and everybody else. Doing the most for any and everybody else. But the people, the ancient Americans in Chicago ain't doing shit for him. And don't care to do shit for him. Matter of fact, violating them. Straight up and down.
I mean, your parks are loaded up. I just passed recently Madison Avenue, the Roosevelt Hotel. It's like nobody would recognize it. That's Midtown. But he came out very strongly against it. He was right, by the way, because it's ruining our country. He was honest. And I said, he will be indicted within a year. And that's what happened. And I noticed the indictment's very old. It goes back a long time. Well, I had the same thing. They went way before the statute of limitations. So I wish him well, but I said that he will be indicted because he did that. You take a look. That's what they do. These are dirty players. These are bad.
I've told y'all about the Democratic Party. Listen, these niggas is dirty. They play the game real dirty. This is why sometimes I look at Republicans like, yo, y'all soft, bro. Because these niggas is playing super dirty. But see, with a motherfucker like Trump that might swing back into office, this is what they really nervous about because all the shit they've been doing to this man and trying to get him indicted and get him locked up and charges put on this man for some, for some bullshit at the end of the day, using the arm of the law and shit to get the when if this man get back in office, we actually might see niggas go to jail straight up and down. We might see who we want to see, the Hillary Clintons and all this other shit, actually go to fucking jail and get prosecuted. If they don't go to jail, we at least going to see them niggas have to hit a stand and testify before the American people, straight up and down. We at least going to see that. If they don't go to jail, they don't go to jail because the system's corrupt as fuck, and they're going to protect their own. That's just how the game go. But we will at least see these folks be prosecuted. We will at least see that for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. Let me come off of here. But that's Trump talking about Eric Adams right there, saying he knew that nigga was going to get indicted as soon as he didn't want to play the game no more. All right. As soon as Eric Adams decided he ain't going to play the game no more, and that's the difference between him and goddamn Brandon Johnson. I will give credit where credit is due. All right. So let's come over to this brother right here. He has something to say about this particular video. And I kind of agree with some of the stuff that he had to say on his TikTok or whatever, Facebook or Twitter, whatever he did this video.
You know what? I've always said if you play on the devil's playground, one day the devil is going to show up. And that's exactly what happened to Eric Adams. He deserved, I don't usually wish bad on anyone, but he deserves everything and more that he get because he turned his back along with the Democrat Party. He turned his back on the American taxpayers for illegal migrants.
Now think about this, right? The brother's not even saying he turned his back on the black community, which is the obvious when you listen to somebody that look like you, right? The obvious is we gonna speak based on our issues, but a lot of the times it's really just against all of us that's actually American. It don't matter if you a Latino American, a goddamn Caucasian American, a Jewish American, an Arab American, a Muslim American, a literally African American. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what they're doing is fucking us over as far as Americans as a whole. As a whole. But they play dirty games and divide and conquer tactics and shit. It's just wild, bro. It's really wild. But, for people that follow Tell Like It Is TV, I know I speak on a broad, but a lot of times I am talking to niggas because niggas be stuck to this Democrat Party shit. And it's like, God damn, nigga, like, what the fuck is wrong with you niggas? You know what I'm saying?
Put New York City in the condition that it's in now. This happened under his administration.
And don't forget Kathy Hochul. I'm going to keep repeating that when we talk about the state of New York. Kathy Hochul. She's the governor. She's the one who's really running shit. Because when Eric Adams wanted Kyrie to play, and if it was up to him, he would have let if y'all believe that Eric Adams did not want Kyrie Irving to play, y'all don't know shit then. Y'all niggas really don't know shit. That call came from Kathy Hochul. That's who that call came from. If y'all remember, they was booing that woman all around arenas in New York. They booed her at a hockey game. They booed her something vicious at a hockey game, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't like the mandates and all that shit. That's who had control. It was the governor. Eric Adams wasn't nothing but a puppet nigga. We looking at Eric Adams like this nigga was the stone cold leader. He wasn't. But it just shows you how the Democrat Party play. It shows you how the Democrat Party play with niggas, dog. And a lot of niggas get caught up in playing with the Democrats and getting themselves in positions and shit like that. And they can get themselves fucked over the minute that they decide, hey, we not doing this shit like that, man. Hold up, man. I'm gonna have to go against the grain a little bit. Ain't no going against the grain with the Democrats. You gonna get down and lay down. That's their whole approach. They've been doing that shit to niggas when niggas was Republicans and they had goddamn KKK running around, laying niggas down to be a part of the Democrats. Or you not gonna pass this legislation or whatever. Do your fucking history research, nigga. Do your history research, nigga. I don't be up here talking to be talking it or because I want Donald Trump to win. This is facts. This is historic facts. And then the only way niggas can be able to beat the game is understanding the historic facts of all this shit. Yes, niggas, there were white folks motherfucking working alongside with niggas in the Republican Party back in the days when we were running this shit. So at the end of the day, like I said, this shit really is bigger than just us. It's a human race thing. And whoever really ain't on the side of right shit, then they on the other side. That's how that shit rock. That's how it rock, though. You know what I'm saying? But they get us divided in everything. Race, fucking country, motherfucking who you support as a political candidate. Do you like McDonald's or Burger King? This why you got all these options and shit. For shit. Do you like Honeydew or do you like Dunkin' Donuts? Which one is your favorite? You like McDonald's better or do you like Burger King? Everything is competitive and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gas stations and shit. Do you like motherfucking Exxon or do you like Speedway? You like golf? You know, like everything's competitive. So that's one of the fucked up parts about America, straight up and down. But anyway, let this keep going. It's so much of a division. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
I blame the Democrats. We can blame him because he played along with the Democrat game. Now, when things don't go their way, now the Democrats got all the dirt on him. Let me tell you something about Democrats, man. They will keep your secrets. See, Democrats will keep your secrets. They know your dirt. They will protect you. As long as you play in the game, the Democrats will protect you. The moment you stop playing the game, the moment you decide to not want to play on the devil's playground, then the devil shows up and say, it don't work like that. You're not going anywhere. So now you can't claim racism. You can't claim because you're black and they removing everybody I put in and everybody that's black, they're going to try to destroy everybody that's black. You can't play that game now because you were playing on the Democrats' plantation. And now that you just
now that they spanked your ass,
decided that you don't want to play no more. And see, Lamar Whitehead.
That's another one that I brought up in the video that I did. Bishop Lamont Whitehead, the fly preacher and all this other shit. When he got his indictment, remember in his indictment, they had testimonies of somebody of him saying pretty much he got mad people that he know and got mad power and he's affiliated with Eric Adams, which he was, right? So he was out here allegedly scamming folks and this, that, and the third, and the feds came and snatched his black ass up. They snatched his black ass right up. And guess who ended up in an indictment a year, either a year or two later? Eric Adams. So this shit that's going on, dog, this is some whole, they draining shit out. But I'm going to keep it a dollar bean the way it seems like from the outside without knowing all the other people that's going on as far as a figurehead. It just seems like a bunch of niggas is getting indicted and federal charges and might be doing life and shit like that. Where are the Caucasian folks at? Because we know that they're in there for sure. Kathy Hochul's name, if Eric Adams is under an indictment, then Kathy Hochul should be under an indictment. But at the end of the day, she's not, because maybe they might be cracking the whip on the nigga. They might be cracking the whip on that nigga, Eric Adams. You know what I'm saying? They might be cracking the whip on that nigga when it comes down to his, or they used him to where the point they needed to use him. And then after that, which I predicted, they're going to be done with that nigga. And they're going to make him look bad based off black leadership. You're only going to remember the fact that Eric Adams was a black man and he got indicted and was breaking all these laws and da 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 da. Just like how we looking at Brandon Johnson. Ain't no pressure on the governor. All the pressure is on the mayor of one city. The mayor of one city. Same thing with Eric Adams. The mayor of one city, and they're not, and they're jumping on these niggas' helmet. Even us, we jumping on the niggas' helmet, rightfully so. We not really jump. I will say myself, I'm not jumping on these niggas' helmet to just because I don't like them, this, that, and the third. I'm just showing y'all how a party uses niggas as a face, but behind them niggas is actually a whole different agenda, straight up and down. That's what it is. And a lot of niggas can see that. And let me give a round of applause to a lot of niggas out here, dog, on the internet that can see this shit, dog. Because, dog, this shit is it's deeper than what you think, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay, yeah, we gonna tear Eric Adams, let him know, nah, nigga, you need another puppet. That's basically what we at right now. Like, nah, y'all niggas gonna need another puppet. It ain't working. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks is out here standing on that business. We see what it is. But politically, I think niggas is just a little tad behind that we got to catch up with because we put all the pressure on all these niggas. It's easy to put that pressure on a nigga. You got to go a little higher. It's got to go a little higher than that because this nigga's only the mayor for one city. Kathy Hochul is the governor of the state. You think one nigga could be terrorizing a whole city, a whole a capital city? So this nigga Eric Adams could be terrorizing a capital popular city, and the governor ain't got shit to say about that. The governor ain't disowning this nigga. Only time he's getting disowned is because allegedly he said, "Hey man, all that migrant shit, bro. We ain't got no room. We can't do this shit no more. And unless we gonna get funding from the federal government, we can't do it no more." Oh yeah, you ain't gonna do it no more. And I'm gonna show y'all how a part of this shit kind of ties into it because Kamala Harris literally in an interview just asked for mass amnesty for all the illegal migrants that came in. That's what she literally just asked for in a recent interview. So it lets you kind of know that Eric Adams got up here and tried to stand on some business, and they said no, we not for standing on business. You know what I'm saying? We got an agenda. It ain't no standing on business, Eric Adams. It's an agenda. And if you're not going to stand with that, Eric Adams, we thought we would like to have you because you a nigga face and you can kind of keep them niggas off a little bit. But if you're not going to stand with that agenda, we'll find another nigga. And let me tell y'all niggas right now, if somebody black that's not the mayor of New becomes the mayor of New York, and he's not somebody that's like he's somebody that they want to put in there, it ain't gonna be good, dog. It ain't gonna be good. You might as well get the fuck up out of New York. You might as well get the fuck up out of New York, straight up and down. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying?
That so-called preacher in New York that they arrested, that they locked up, Lamar Whitehead said before they got him, they said that he was told by the FBI or whoever, they wanted information on Eric Adams, and they was willing to let him go if they give him information on Eric Adams, and he refused, and now he's locked up behind bars. Not long after that, they came after Eric Adams. Okay.
All right. So maybe the preacher actually started giving them up. You know what I'm saying?
So that's how the Democrats play. And I would not doubt it if they put Letitia James as mayor because she.
Let me tell y'all niggas something about Letitia James. Letitia James, listen, they get Letitia James in there. That's because they just wanted to move Eric Adams out the spot. Ain't nothing really gonna come out of this. They just gonna move them niggas out their spot. Same thing they did with Andrew Cuomo when it came down to the governor. This nigga was doing all kind of diabolical shit with New York State. When he was governor in 2020, it wasn't until this nigga started wanting to run for president and they had to smear this nigga campaign enough with women to for his ass to step it down, and they moved his ass to the side like he wasn't riding hard against Donald Trump. This is how these niggas do you. Like this nigga, yo, you know how the Democrats treat they politicians, dog? They treat them niggas like temp workers. They treat them like temp workers. Like for those that ever worked a temp job, bro, you know how that shit be, right? You fuck around coming to temp job, You like, yeah, you got people all in the staff and shit. It's no different from being part of the Democrat Party, right? You come into the temp job, they like, yeah, man, 3 months, man. You just bust your ass, do your thing, man. You come in here, you get the benefits, man. Da, da, da. You like it, you like working here, yeah, yeah, yeah. You come get you working here, man. 3 months. That motherfucking that motherfucking last day to 3 months, maybe even that week, sometime even sooner than that. You fuck around, only work a month at that temp job, and then that temp job cut your ass. Like, yeah, yeah, we're all set with your services. That's how the Democrat parties do. The minute your ass get out here and be like, you know what, you might make it late to the temp job one day. You might have to call off maybe one day for whatever emergency, right? It might be a serious emergency, but you got to call off, right? Or you told them about a day that you know you need to go do this appointment, this, that, and the third, and it's the only time you can do it. Because when by the time you work and go off, they fuck around, hold that shit against you. And then the next day they be like, hey, we no longer need your services. That's how the Democratic parties do politicians, straight up and down, especially niggas. Especially niggas. They did this nigga Eric Adams like a temp worker. And it's not funny because I done got done dirty at a temp job to the point I was like, man, I'll never get a fucking temp job again. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. I was hot. I ain't gonna sit up here and hold you. I was hot. I was hot. I had to do shit for my kids and shit, dog. I was hot. I was hot when the temp job did that shit to me, dog. I ain't gonna sit up here and hold you. I was hot. I never got a temp job after that again. Straight up and down.
Ran for mayor before. She wanted to be mayor. Either it's going to be her, or it's going to be that they're going to put somebody in there that they can control and manipulate.
Oh, absolutely. And it might be AOC because AOC was the one that I think she actually came out and was speaking against Eric Adams. So it might be AOC's turn to get that seat. It might be AOC's turn. Don't be surprised AOC comes sneaking her ass into that goddamn seat. They've been preparing this woman for this position. They preparing AOC for something. Because if you're telling me that Eric Adams was taking Turkish money, then what the fuck was AOC doing in 2020? What was she doing in 2020 then? She was out here communicating with people in China, telling them allegedly to tell them to rig the election and all kind of weird ass shit. So that's treason. That's treason she committed. It's on camera. It's on camera. See what I'm saying? And y'all coming after Eric Adams over Turkish money and this, that, and the third. Hold on, I got some. Hold on, I got some food coming real quick. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Hold up, real quick. Let me mute. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna let this play out real quick.
Once blacks started waking up and leaving the Democrat plantation, you know what? I've always said if you play on the devil's playground, one day the devil is going to show up. And that's exactly what happened to Eric Adams. He deserved, I don't usually wish bad on anyone, but he deserves everything and more that he get because he turned his back along with the Democrat Party. He turned his back on the American taxpayers for illegal migrants. He put New York City in the condition that it's in now. This happened under his administration. Can't blame the Democrats. We can blame him because he played along with the Democrat game. Now when things don't go their way, now the Democrats got all the dirt on him. Let me tell you something about Democrats, man. They will keep your secrets. See, Democrats will keep your secrets. They know your dirt. They will protect you as long as you play in the game. The Democrats will protect you. The moment you stop playing the game, the moment you decide to not want to play on the devil's playground, then the devil shows up and say, it don't work like that. You're not going anywhere. So now you can't claim racism. You can't claim because you're black and they removing everybody I put in everybody that's black, they're gonna try to destroy everybody that's black. You can't play that game now because you were playing on the Democrats' plantation, and now that you decided that you don't want to play no more, and see Lamar Whitehead, that so-called preacher in New York that they arrested, that they locked up, Lamar Whitehead said before they got him, they said that he was told by the FBI or whoever, they wanted information on Eric Adams, and they was willing to let him go if they give him information on Eric Adams, and he refused, and now he's locked up behind bars. Not long after that, they came after Eric Adams. Okay, so that's how the Democrats play, and I would not doubt it if they put Letitia James as mayor because she ran for mayor before. She wanted to be mayor. Either it's going to be her or it's going to be that they're going to put somebody in there that they can control and manipulate. Once blacks started waking up and leaving the Democrat plantation, then they start bringing in illegal immigrants to replace black Americans.
That's a fact.
They're like, we don't need you anymore now. So all these reparations.
And think about it. This is why when in that Zoom call, when Joe Biden came in 2020, when he was in that Zoom call talking to Al Sharpton, all these black folks, look, y'all gonna have to start teaming up with the Hispanics. That's what the man said. He ain't all that Black Lives Matter. Them niggas was doing. This is what I say. All the black Democrats, y'all been running around here talking about how we need to support them folks. And nah, Joe Biden and Kamala, the Democrats, they get it. They rocking with us. The liberals, they rocking with us. When that nigga got in office, he been riding George Floyd and all the Democrat, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, protect black women, and this, that, and the third, all 2020. The minute motherfucker Black Lives Matter, all 2020. The minute them niggas get in office, that nigga said, yo, y'all niggas gonna have to team up with the Latinos. That's what the man said. That's what the man said. And then he turned around and Kamala Harris turned around and they let illegal immigration and shit get crazy. And the point in states got a state of emergency. What goddamn a migrant crisis, right? This happened under their term. Okay. And then they're out here trying to talk to niggas about, oh, yeah, and then they got the nerve too to give them cash money and food stamps and housing and bank loan, car loan, all that.
That we kept dangling in your face and we knew that we weren't going to give you, we now going to give them to the illegal migrants. We're going to give them $15,000 a month plus $5,000 in cash. We're going to put them up in plush hotels and we're going to give them free health care. Everything that we promised you guys for years and refused to give it to you because all we were doing was just dangling in your face just to get your votes and then wait until another year to do the same thing again. They keep record of dirt. And the moment you go off course, they're coming after you. And if they can't defeat you that way, they'll have you taken out.
All right. You see what Donald Trump allegedly, I'm not saying that they did that, but as you see what Donald Trump, what happened with him, you know, he out here got 2 assassination attempts. Ain't nobody, and you know what's funny? I seen something the other day, yesterday actually, right? Oh, somebody walked up on Barack Obama with a gun. I'm like, see, that's the shit I'm talking about. Ain't nobody trying to attack no Barack Obama, man. Stop it. Kamala Harris, I seen shout out to Ticket. I didn't even watch the video, but I seen that he had a video about, you know, um, Kamala Harris aide got sexually assaulted by Secret Service or some crazy shit like that. So, it just kind of is what it is. But anyway, fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse. So I'm gonna play this video real quick and let's get into it. And then guess what? These are happening in major cities where these black faces, quote unquote black faces, have to tell the illegal immigrants we can't do it. Okay? So that already has a level of disdain for a nigga. All right. So when a nigga like this is going down, even though he is the cause of them niggas actually getting in and condoning all this shit, but let a nigga say, all right, man, we can't do no more. This nigga is public enemy number one. That's all they're gonna remember. They're not gonna remember the fact that this black face right here was a part of letting some of their cousins and shit come through, get through all these benefits. Only thing they're gonna remember from this nigga is that he said no, and then his ass got locked up, and they're gonna say good for him. That's what they're gonna say. Uh-huh. Where the migrants at? Nah, man, Eric Adams, man, he stood up, man. He stood on business for us, man. I understand, it's a world at the end of the day. Ain't gonna be shit. Ain't really a lot of room for even us that's here. But yeah, man. So I appreciate what Eric Adams did for us to get here. Nope, that's not gonna be remembered. Not at all. They gonna demonize. They gonna be like, fuck that nigga, straight up and down. Okay, so instead of cutting the cities, so think about it. When you think about city jobs, you think about plumbers, school teachers, shit like that. Instead of him making that cut there, it's probably where they really wanted the nigga to make the cut for real. He decided to say, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna cut this migrant shit because it's getting out of control. And that's when they spanked his ass. Hold up. I ain't even sharing the video. Damn, that mean y'all been hearing me chewing and shit. My bad, y'all. Let me run this back then. Y'all been here and listening to me chewing and shit. I'm thinking I'm over here being low and shit. I'm thinking I'm being low and shit. Hold up. Damn, my bad, y'all. Nigga should have said something. Y'all over here in the goddamn bushes and shit, listening to nigga chewing and shit.
Mayor Eric Adams is dropping his next round of budget cuts for city agencies.
But cuts to migrant funding are still set to happen. Let's get right to Lizette Nunez. She joins us from Midtown with the latest. Good morning, Lizette.
Good morning, Dana Tashani. Well, yeah, this was pretty surprising. New Yorkers were bracing for that third round of budget cuts, but that will no longer be happening. Instead, the city will be slashing migrant funding further.
You're not going to see some of those draconian steps that we were going to have to take that's getting in the way of the cleanliness and the safety of our city.
Mayor Adams doing an about face. He says New York City will not go through a third round of citywide budget cuts. Adams detailing the impact of his decision in an interview with WABC.
If we had to do the third rounds, it would impact garbage pickup. It would impact services to our older adults. It would impact libraries. It would impact a series of services that you would actually see the difference.
For months.
Okay, so he had to do and stand up for that. I give a brother that. I'll give him that. He had to draw a line in the sand. He took the line, but he should have never been corporate with the shit in the first place. Because, brother, that's what it's going to take up. All of our resources already here. That's having a hard time.
The mayor had been sounding the alarm that due to the financial strain of the migrant crisis, the city would see cuts to essential services. The Adams administration says better than expected tax revenue, as well as efforts to reduce migrant spending, have helped put the city in a better path financially. Moody's, an independent credit rating agency, recognized the city's handling of the budget.
When we inherited this, we were in an emergency state. Emergency conditions cost more money. We're now transitioning into a stabilized state because this is going to be here for a while.
Instead of slashing city services, the administration says it will be cutting an additional 10% on migrant spending on top of the previous 20%.
We are far from out of the woods, but we're showing that we can manage this crisis if we watch how we spend and we manage the spending that we're seeing in the city.
And the mayor will also be easing the citywide hiring freeze. Agencies will be able to hire one new employee for every 2 vacancies in the city. That's the latest here in Midtown. Dana Tashani will send things back.
And that means that those vacancies are going to go from people that ain't from the country. That's all that means. So he's been a buck dancing sellout ass nigga, and now. But this is why they spanked this nigga though. Let me come over here real quick. Okay. So Eric Adams was talking all that shit about, yeah, this is hurting the city and it's going to hurt the American people, right? Here's who y'all want to vote for. Let's get into this. Fair act use, fair act use, fair act use.
There are people there that are stressed, that feel that they're at capacity. Communities around the country that have legal immigration, many have said we're at capacity. And many feel like the government has said to them, well, adapt, sit down, be quiet. This is how it is.
Oh, our governor told us in Massachusetts, bring them in your house. That's what our governor. She didn't invite them to go to their crib, to her crib. Oh, for the migrants, I got a few homes out here in Martha's Vineyard and Cape Cod. And, I got some places where I can house some of these migrants, but we all need to do our part. We all need to do our part. No, she asked for motherfuckers to put that shit in their crib. Not her crib, they crib, our cribs. That's what she asked for, straight up and down.
What would a Harris administration do for those communities who've taken in many, many legal immigrants, but are at capacity?
Well, first of all, we do have a broken immigration system, and it needs to be fixed. And
once again, Kamala Harris never answers a goddamn question straight up. We do got a broken system, bitch. You are the fucking vice president. You were in control of that shit, bitch. What are you talking about? The system wasn't broken when Trump was in that, bitch. I'm gonna do my Dr. Umar Johnson shit. The system wasn't broken. Wasn't no migrant crisis popping off like that when Trump ass was in goddamn office. So anyway.
And if we take a step back, months ago, some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress came together with others, proposed a border security bill.
So it took y'all 2 years to get a bill together when y'all should have been knowing that right off the back, when the American people knew that right off the back of y'all administration. That was one of the kind of things, was y'all going to open the border up or not? And y'all literally opened the border up. That's what y'all did. New York was getting 4,000 people a week. Y'all opened the border up. What are you talking about? Lying. Kamala Harris do nothing but get up here and lie. This is why I don't understand how any niggas out here, man, I gotta vote for Kamala Harris. Why? You just want a bitch to lie to you then. That's what you want to see. You want to see a bitch be in leadership and lie to you all goddamn day. That's what you want to see. Other than that, like, what do you I mean, it is what it is, though. Like, it's kind of wild. This woman get up here literally have been capping her whole presidential election run. Capping.
That would have put 1,500 new border agents on the border to help those hardworking border agents who are.
The people at the border don't fuck with Kamala Harris. This is not me tell like it is TV saying it because, oh man, you support Donald Trump. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's what they say. I ain't making this up. Oh man, this is conspiracy shit. He done made up. The border patrol said that they don't rock with how the Biden administration has done it. So what is she up here talking about? Oh, the hardest of the hardest Republicans and the Democrats have got together. We understand that it's an issue. Yeah, you understand this shit way too late. This is why you can't be in leadership.
They're right now working around the clock. would have put more money into stemming the flow of fentanyl, which is killing Americans around our.
All right, when Donald Trump was mentioning fentanyl in 2020 and how the drugs were coming through in 2016, y'all called that man all kind of crazy. He a Russian bot. He a dummy. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. He's stupid. He retarded. He trying to incite violence. He trying to start World War III, right? When he was talking about all the drugs coming through from the cartels and people getting killed off these drugs and da, y'all brushed that shit to the side. But now it's Kamala Harris and she's coming in here and they trying to clean up the border for whatever they want to try to keep cleaning up for. Yeah, people are dying from fentanyl. See, how I'm going to fix the immigration broken crisis is, listen, we know our system is broken, okay? And we know that there's a border crisis. And the hardest of the hardest Republicans and the hardest of the hardest Democrats, we understand we have to support them folks that have been working their ankles, back, ligaments off to support the border. We know that they're quitting down there because they can't work all these hours securing all these people, and they really can't even do nothing to these people unless they're Haitian. But other than that, how many Haitians we have sneaking through to the south of the border? Doesn't really happen. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make me some collard greens. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make me some collard greens. Okay? And see, my mama and my grandmother that I took a picture with, but Kamala, she died before you even, my grandmother, okay, that was my grandmother. How are you going to tell me about my grandmother? I took a picture with her when I was older, even though she died 4 years before I was born, but that was my grandmother. So how are you going to tell me about my grandmother, okay? So how I'm going to fix the border is I'm going to get on my knees, okay? I'm going to go down to all the border patrol, okay? And I'm going to give them presidential time. They've never had presidential time. And we're going to fix the problem down there at the border patrol. You won't hear a peep from border patrol when I get done.
Our country and devastating communities would have put more resources in.
Kamala Harris look like she could work. Kamala Harris look like she might give some good top. I ain't gonna sit up here and hold you. She talk like she gives some book because she don't be saying nothing. She like one of them kind of chicks. You just be like, yo, hold up, bitch. Just put my thing in your mouth, bitch. Like, God damn it. Let's put it in there. And shit. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't talking about nothing and shit. Let's get it popping already. You know what I'm saying? Let's skip the games and shit. Let's go ahead and get it popping real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and throw this in your mouth real quick. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and take them pants off and shit. Shake something for a nigga real quick. You know what I mean? Allegedly, she looks like that.
Into our ability to prosecute transnational criminal organizations, which in my career I've prosecuted. Donald Trump got word of the bill, realized it was going to fix a problem he wanted to run on, and told him to kill the bill. Don't put it up for a vote. He killed a bill that would have actually been a solution because he wants to.
Why does it look like they're not even really sitting in like this actual space? It almost looks like this shit is like fucking 3D. You know what I'm saying? It almost looks weird and shit. It almost looks like they're not there. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Run on a problem.
Maybe I'm just high and drunk. I am a little high and drunk. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. So maybe that's me. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I could be off the herbal essence and the goddamn, the spirits. So, it kind of is what it is.
Instead of fixing a problem. And that's part of what needs to be addressed. And my pledge is that when elected president, if the American people will have me.
We don't want you. Well, whatever. If they rig it for you, then I guess you get to see.
I will bring that bill back and I will sign it into law. And we need a comprehensive plan that includes what.
So now she wants to close the borders and all this other shit, and she'll sign it in the ball when she's elected. And if the American people will have you, well, the American people don't want you. Come on.
We need to do to fortify not only our border, but deal with the fact that we also need to create pathways for people to earn citizenship. There are people.
So she standing on business about making all these folks that's already here and making them citizens at the end of the day, which eventually will null and void the black vote. I ain't gonna say it's gonna null and void the black vote, but you know, what's funny about the Democrats is that they actually think that this level of strategy that they're doing with bringing all these folks in here, and then once they bring them in here, yeah, we're gonna get rid of the black vote because the black vote, they falling off. They support Republicans or they're not voting, right? So we're gonna get all these illegals in here. What's gonna end up happening anyway is that the illegals eventually is gonna become citizens. And they're gonna start thinking like fucking Americans, straight up and down. They're gonna be like, hold up, who these niggas? Like they're gonna be looking at everybody else that's coming in this motherfucker like they didn't get the same amnesty and all this other shit. Straight up and down. Nigga, get to America, I don't give a fuck where you from in the world. You get to America, you start acting brand new once your ass get a citizenship. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. But anyway, let me come over here real quick. So I guess this is Kwame Kilpatrick. This is somebody that Trump actually pardoned at the end of the day, okay? So Kwame Kilpatrick is giving his truth about Eric Adams and how the Democrat Party loves to go after black people who disagree with them. This is historic, though. See what he's getting ready to say is historically that way. Historically, not just because niggas supporting Donald Trump. No, historically, when niggas was all in the Republican Party and you had Democrats create the KKK. Okay. Read about that. Do your research on that when they actually started involving what they were doing to black legislators, black governors, black lawmakers. They were going into their families and actually allegedly taking them out or making them change their tune, or if not, making them bow out of the race all the way completely because they ain't had the protection. Okay.
Good morning, family. I see that the feds are at it again. They've indicted and formally charged Eric Adams, mayor of New York. My heart and prayers go out to him and his family because they in for a dogfight. It brought back some eerie feelings for me because those were the first charges in my case, illegal campaign contributions. None of those charges made it to the courtroom. They were later dropped, but it gave the feds the entrance point to start the J. Edgar Hoover treatment on the people that they wanted to break down. Yeah, they bring them in, they show them pictures of their children, they tell them they're going to be in a larger conspiracy, go to prison if they don't just sign this statement saying that he did this. And most of them do, all of them do, really. And then they absolve themselves from prosecution. I want you to see also that it's the Democratic Party going after another black mayor. This happens all over the country: Texas, Oklahoma, California, Florida, New Orleans, Detroit, Chicago. It's happening all over the country. Now, New York, if you unashamed and unabashed and strong enough to say, no, I'm independently working for these people and looking after their interests, the first thing they're going to do is turn you against those people. Yeah, it's a textbook thing. J. Edgar Hoover, wizard, wicked genius. Listen, if black lives really matter, they better start mattering to black people, because we the worst haters of ourselves than anybody. It's time for you to get mad at your real enemy.
And look, oh, my bad, y'all. Woo, shit. All right, but that brother ain't capping. That brother ain't capping, and I would have to agree with what he's saying because we can watch it in real time when it comes to Diddy. Okay, we can literally watch this shit in real time when it comes to Diddy. Let's even go before Diddy. Y'all remember when Tyrese had that whole breakdown? I did the video on my original channel, and I wasn't in agreement with it back then of how everybody was making fun of Tyrese. Like, bro, the man can be really, this is our brother. We gonna be dragging our brother all through the fucking internet for some laughs and jokes. He really going through it with this particular female, whatever the case may be. We supposed to, hold the brother up. You know what I'm saying? Because we all black. We black, y'all. We stay woke. Niggas don't believe in that stay woke shit, dog. Niggas will fry your ass any chance they can, straight up and down. And like I said, even when we look at Diddy, right? Now Diddy, technically, as far as what they have came out with, as far as evidence, okay, he slammed Cassidy to the ground, threw her on the ground, kicked her in the butt. Okay. Diddy asking Fabulous to party with him in a weird way. Okay. Is that worth the feds watching? Diddy with thousands of bottles of baby oil. Is that worth this nigga doing life in jail? Diddy likes to watch his girl get pounded out by another dude. Is that worth life in jail? I mean, let's just be honest. Now, if you want to say this nigga's a whole freak, yes. Oh, he's guilty of being a freak. Absolutely. That nigga is a lifer when it comes to being a freak. You know what I'm saying? But does that nigga deserve to be behind bars based off the evidence that they've given us? Nah. Nah. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. In my opinion, you got to come out with stronger evidence than that. You got to come out with way hard evidence for real. Can't be no little baby shit. I do believe they have more than what they're telling the public, though. That's what I personally believe. I believe they really got some shit on Diddy for real. But just off the lack of evidence that they're giving the public, just look how freely us as nigga nation will just cast a nigga to the side. Like, damn. Like, damn, that nigga's really we just cast a Diddy to the side just based off the shit that they give it. That's not enough. Him being a freak, if okay, he a freak, he might be gay. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas, I think niggas is past that. We got gay people in our, well, maybe not everybody, every nigga's family, but I got gay people in my family, so I don't look at no gay. Me personally, I never looked at no gay person like, ew, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, that's your shit. Just don't push that on shit on me. You know what I'm saying? We cool. We could be in the same room. We could work together. We could be in the same class together. I'm not really threatened by that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not threatened by it at all. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, we can all be cool and shit. But him being gay don't got nothing to do with that nigga actually going down to jail for life. He's saying he kidnapped somebody. You know, you got to have hard evidence that this nigga is kidnapping somebody, though. Like, really, you know, bringing him to his crib, motherfucking taped up or roped up or, you know, kind of forced into the crib in some kind of weird way. You know what I'm saying? Being escorted into the crib in some kind of weird way. Like, you got to have real hard evidence and put that shit out there to the public for us to believe this nigga was kidnapping somebody. See what I'm saying? And it's just like the self-hate that we have for each other, it be wild sometimes. Sometimes I sit back, I be like, damn, yeah, that shit be crazy. I never forget the Adrian Broner. The Adrian Broner shit really kind of fucked me up when he first lost to Maidana. I'm like, here it is. This is like my first time really watching Adrian Broner. I always will say, you know, this when I became a fan of the nigga for real. But so I would hear about the nigga. My boy would tell me, you know, rest in peace, Big Boy D. But he'll tell me, he'd be like, yo, shit, Broner like the new Mayweather. You know, I was Mayweather fan out though. I was like, man, ain't no other Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to watch this nigga. Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was fanned out on Mayweather. I ain't gonna sit up and hold y'all niggas. But anyway, so you know, I just remember the name, right? So I'm seeing that he fighting. I'm like, oh yeah, there's some fights on tonight. Yeah, man, family, watch this fight and shit. So I watched that fight. I literally caught it like as Adrian Broner, well not Adrian Broner, but as like the co-main event was happening. So whatever, I ended up watching the fight. Broner gets knocked down in the fight. This, that, and the third. You know, Paula Malignaggi was acting like this nigga Broner was going to die in that ring. If y'all remember that comment, especially live, like if you was watching that shit live, this nigga Paula Malignaggi was acting like this nigga was going to die in that ring. And oh man, they should protect me. He was trying to call for the nigga to stop the fight in like the second round, the third round, or some crazy shit like that. Because they knew Maidana was cheating anyway. But hindsight is 2020. But the way Broner stuck in there, man, and was fighting back, he actually was winning rounds to me. But then I think that knockdown kind of really fucked him over, to be honest, for that shit to be for him to get the win. I think that knockdown was really the cost of it. But I earned a lot of respect from dude because I was like, yo, this nigga's a dog. Like McDonald fucking around, broke this nigga jaw, hitting this nigga because McDonald was fighting dirty too. I seen all that shit coming. I'm like, damn, he hitting him with elbows and you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, the ref ain't helping this nigga out at all. You know what I'm saying? So they just watched Broner pretty much just get wailed on a nigga fighting dirty and shit like that. And I believe that nigga, and he took a pill within the eighth or ninth round. McDonald took a pill in that fight. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's public reason why you don't see that whole fucking you don't see that whole fight on YouTube as far as like them, whether it be PBC, Showtime, because I think it's Showtime is where it happened at. You don't see that fight out. You know what I mean? And they don't play that whole fight. They make sure if they do got it out, they make sure they cut that part out because that did happen in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And McDonough probably had the loaded gloves as well. This is why Paulo Malignaggi was acting like so much of a bitch in the second and third round. Oh, man, he's a kid, man. You know, man, sometimes you got to protect yourself. Da-da-da. I'm like, why this nigga acting like this? Like, nigga, Paulie, relax, nigga. Are you still traumatized with the way Sean Porter beat your ass, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was talking shit in my head low-key about Paulie doing that shit. But hindsight is 2020, and Paulie knew what was going to happen to Broner that night. But anyway, I became a fan of Broner. Meanwhile, the internet, oh my God, the internet was tearing goddamn Broner ass apart. They were tearing that nigga apart from limb to limb. It was like a public lynching. No, it was a public lynching. When Broner lost, nigga, that shit was a public lynching, right? Fast forward that shit years later. When Deontay Wilder finally lost, dog, that shit was a public lynching. Straight up and down. Both times he lost. And I'll never forget it because it was weird. It was like, damn, you know, but the good thing about it is that it was a lot of black folks that was standing with Wilder. So, you know, but I just kind of wish niggas was on that kind of time when it came to Broner, though, because Broner probably really needed it. This probably why this nigga spiraled out of control, came a fucking alcoholic and all kind of shit. You know, if he would have had that cushion like Wilder had, maybe he could have bounced back somewhat. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like Broner never really recovered after that fight. He more worried about getting knocked out. Like the way Broner used to fight, Broner, except for maybe like the Paulie fight. The Paulie fight, he was fighting like, come on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let your hands go, nigga. You ain't here lazy trying to fight like Money Mayweather and shit, nigga. Let your hands go. But at one point in time, Broner was out there like he didn't give a fuck about getting knocked out. He was gonna put the beats on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And when he fight like that, that's when he was dangerous. But that's when he was at his best, honestly. But after that McDonough fight, he got real gun shy. He had his moments where he would be like, "Oh yeah, this nigga Broner getting on his ass, Broner. Goddamn, hell yeah, let's get it, Broner. Get on this nigga ass, knock this nigga out." But then you know he get back sitting in that pocket and shit like that. But you know it is what it is. But that's when I became a fan. But it just opened my eyes into how niggas will say, "Oh man, we black," and then some shit happen and you'll see nigga nation acting a fool against a nigga that look like us. A nigga that look like us. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else, if that had happened to Cable Plant, get his ass whooped by Canelo, niggas ain't out here with a bunch of memes, right? Niggas ain't out here with a bunch of memes. Yeah, this is what happened when you slap a nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like niggas ain't being creative and shit when Cable Plant get his ass knocked out by Canelo and shit like that. Yeah, this is what happened when you disrespect a nigga and you slap a nigga. You find a nigga like this. Well, Broner though, Broner shit was just like all over the place. Niggas going through the ropes, all kind of shit. Niggas zooming in, niggas being real creative and shit. Same thing with Deontay Wilder. Niggas being real creative with they got their memes and shit. But you know, niggas ain't got no smoke for other folks when they go through shit, man. And that's just shit that is kind of disgusting, real talk. So even with Eric Adams, I don't agree with Eric Adams. I don't. I really don't. But I do feel like he's the nigga face and he gonna get all the blame, even though the blame should really be going to Kathy Hochul. But anyway, let me come over here real quick. Salute to the Breakfast Club. I don't own the rights to this footage, so let's get into this.
I know retrospectively I'm going to be appreciated as a mayor that lived up to what I said I was going to do. I'm not going to do that now. You know, people always crap on us when we in the ring. But when my gloves are hung up, people going to look at, listen, that was an authentic, bald-headed, earring wearing brother that did his thing as the mayor of the city of New York, the most important city on the globe.
Now, what I will say is that, to his credit, I'm gonna give the brother his credit. When he realized that, yo, this shit is gonna affect the city in a long-term way. Now, at first, I was with it, but as I'm in this seat now, I can see all this shit happening and getting all these complaints. I gotta put my foot down. And he put his foot down, and listen, whether he put his foot down or not, them folks was coming for that nigga already. This is his way of kind of trying to ease his way out of that body bag. You know what I'm saying? This is his way to kind of ease it. I'm not listening. Fuck that shit. I'm not letting off Eric Adams, man. It is what it. I know I just said all that black shit. It is what it is, fam. But this is his way, low key, to kind of ease out of that body bag, fam. Like, nah, fam. You know what I'm saying? You don't get it up here. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. This other shit, brother. When all the shit that you was doing, bro, you know that shit was gonna. You know about gentrification. You know about all this shit, dog. So, like, you don't get a pass for that shit, dog. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You was a. But I will give him credit. He stood on business. When he stood on business, though, they cracked the whip on his ass. But I ain't giving that nigga no pass, though. Fuck all that. He should have known that. When I seen him make his speech about, when I seen that brother make his inauguration speech when he got in it, yeah, we're going to do it for the Latino New Yorker and the Asian New Yorker and the Indian New Yorker. He was talking about all the different New Yorkers except for the ancient American New Yorker. This is a fact. Go look at that man's, when he won. Go look at his speech. This is for all the New Yorkers. And he started naming out Pacifics. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this nigga crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, yeah, he not one of those and shit. He gonna get out here and be on the bullshit. Anyway, let's go back to this Breakfast Club interview real quick. So this woman was standing on business. Okay. Once again, this is a Breakfast Club interview that he had. I don't know if this is recently. I don't know if this was some time ago. We're gonna get into it.
Against black.
But it's funny that they jumping on him because the reason why this woman is able to jump, let's just be clear. Okay, let's be clear real quick. The reason why this woman can really jump on this nigga like that is because it's not cool to be with Eric Adams right now. Notice that they do the same kind of things that people that's like Republican or Trump supporters that come up there. They have somebody up there that's just totally not trying to hear what they're saying, period. Okay, so this might have been new. I ain't gonna hold you. This actually might have been new because now that Eric Adams is not, whenever they decided to cut loose from this nigga, that's pretty much when they started to turn on him. But let's get into this.
And Hispanic people that you revived, they analyzed 10 of those different neighborhood safety teams and found that they're conducting 97% of their stops on black and brown people, and a quarter of them are unconstitutional. That's what the federal monitor said, not me.
Yeah. And at the same time, let's be clear on this, because what you're giving the perception of, this is a federal monitor that came in long before I was mayor. Can we agree on that?
Yes, they monitor NYPD, not you specifically. You're the mayor.
Right. Number two, I have been the mayor for 2 years and 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a tradition of over policing for generations.
And they say it's worse now that you're here.
That I fought for. We had issues of over policing for generations that I fought for.
Mm-hmm.
We acknowledge what my history is in this place. So 2 years and 3 months, we are turning around, not only over policing, but we're turning around the crime. Because when I came to this city, we had a 40% increase in crime. And most of that crime, black and brown communities.
You became mayor after a global pandemic in which there was record unemployment, business loss, homelessness, and you're not drawing that connection to it. You're making no. But what I'm saying is crime is connected to what is happening in the city and the experiences of people. This is the most expensive city in the world. We had a global pandemic where businesses closed and people were out of work. So if you saw crime, it was connected to that. But you're saying also
private sector jobs. Come on.
Also, you're saying that you've turned it around, NYPD's abuses. But just last year, we paid out $150 million in settling police misconduct from NYPD, and that was double the number. That's double the number in police misconduct since you became mayor.
I noticed something. I noticed how much passion and commitment you have.
It's one of your constituents.
Right? Yeah, and I'm one of my constituents too now. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in the city. I noticed, and this is what I hear often of those who articulate when a person in a blue uniform commits an inappropriate act. Balance that with what we're doing to take the violence out of our communities. Because I know what I hear.
All right. And listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Now, Eric Adams is right when he's getting ready to, with the shit that he's saying right now. But see how he put it back? He put it back on niggas. He said, look, man, y'all niggas don't want the police beating on y'all. Hey, get niggas to start acting right then. And a part of that is somewhat true. Part of that could be true. Okay, what the brother's saying. Now, which way, whatever the coin you might follow, you might be an Eric Adams fanboy, you might not, right? You might hate this nigga, but it's always that level of argument when it comes down to the black community and policing. Okay. But I think that this has to be a newer interview because she's really coming down on his ass. So normally when you see somebody on a Breakfast Club getting attacked like how Eric Adams is, they're normally not going. They've been told to get out here and jump on their ass. Okay, they're done with them. You know what I'm saying? They're marked men, pretty much.
When I go to these community meetings, I know what I hear when I go speak to these mothers who lost their children to violence. I know what I hear. You are not even talking about that at all.
You know, first of all,
I don't think New Yorkers feel safe.
I was a public defender.
New Yorkers don't feel safe.
But that's what you said. That's what you said.
And my original question was about how you relate to that.
Now think about that, right? She putting all this pressure on Eric Adams. I guarantee you. See, they'll let Eric. This is what I'm saying. I kind of when Eric Adams won. For those that follow me, y'all know I felt like not only did he won. There were when Lori Lightfoot stepped down or whatever the case may be, another black man and Brandon Johnson got it. And then after that, what happened in California? California was Karen Bass. I bet you Karen Bass shit is 30 times worse than goddamn Eric Adams. But the reason why you're not going to hear about Karen Bass, I'll give you a couple reasons. One, because Kamala Harris was a senator of that state. And not only that, Karen Bass is a female. So if female black leadership looks bad and they're calling Kamala Harris a black woman, right? Half black woman, that almost kills their election straight up and down. It almost is literally suicide for their election. But if they can jump on that black man, then, it doesn't really kill it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really kill it for real. Because they'll look at it like, oh, black men, this is why black men can't be in leadership. It's why because the whole goal is for you to look bad under leadership anyway. That's the whole thing. This is why I wasn't a fan of the nigga winning. I said it. I said, yo, I wish these niggas didn't win. I wish these niggas didn't win because I knew that what they were going to use them for. They used them for what they used them for, and this is the results. Not a nigga on a Breakfast Club with a so-called ancient American woman chastising the fuck out of this nigga. And Charlemagne the God jumping on his ass.
You said that New Yorkers don't feel safe.
Yeah.
So
there was a poll that came out last week.
Yeah.
Right. And in that poll that came out by the CBC, it stated that the priorities of Mayor Adams is moving the city in the right direction. Mm-hmm. My priority. Now remember, 2 years, 3 months, brother. 2 years, 3 months. I inherited a pandemic. I inherited 180,000 migrants and asylum seekers that can't work, that we have to house them.
Brother, that was all you're just doing, though. We can't do that. You can't, brother, you can't do that, brother, because you're on camera, nigga. Your black ass on camera, nigga, talking about how you want to bring these folks in when y'all won. This is what you said, brother. This is why niggas is standing on business on your ass. This is why niggas is standing on that business on your ass, fam. Because we heard you, bro. You're on camera. You're on so don't talk about, oh, we had a migrant crisis. You invited this shit, nigga. So you don't get no sympathy vote for that. Not over here on Television TV. I'm not giving you that, fam. You can't get that. You can't get that, brother. No. If you'd have got your ass up here and said, look, I had this crisis, and then when I stopped it, then all of a sudden motherfuckers start acting weird towards me. I start seeing all kind of funny shit happen. I'll be more willing to stand with you if you said some shit like that. Like, all right, the brother had a coming to Jesus moment. Or a brother had a coming to the light moment. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, your phrase might be of a motherfucker waking up to the truth, right? But at the end of the day, nah, brother, You don't get to rub. You don't get to slide that one off. That's not happening.
Every day, I'd inherit.
You called for a lot of them too, though.
No, we
see. Charlemagne called his ass out. Shout out to Charlemagne. He called him out. The nigga said no, he
didn't, brother.
You said it was a sanctuary city. You told
1,000 migrants and asylum seekers.
I ain't even see this. But shout out to Charlemagne. I'm gonna give Charlemagne a little bit of credit on that one because he called him out. Charlemagne is looking at the nigga like this nigga bullshitting. Yo, shout out Charlemagne. Charlemagne looking at that nigga like he bullshit. I wish he do the same for Kamala and goddamn Joe Biden though, but it is what it is.
Because that can't work. That we have to house them every day. I'd inherit.
You called for a lot of them too, though.
No, we didn't, brother.
You said it was a sanctuary city. You told them.
Okay, let's see. That's why it's important. That's why it's important to have this conversation because sanctuary city and the migrants and asylum seekers are two different issues. Sanctuary city, if you're undocumented, we can't turn you over to ICE or authority. Migrants and asylum seekers.
What does that even mean? So if you can't turn these folks over into ICE or anything like that, then what you going to do with them? You're going to keep them here. You're not going to send them back where they came from. That's what are you talking about?
Because were paroled into here. They're here legally. They were paroled into, but with the federal government.
Let me rewind that again real quick.
Two different issues. Sanctuary city, if you're undocumented, we can't turn you over to ICE or authority.
Okay. So a sanction. So basically, nigga, you were for that then, bro. What are you talking about? You knew that these people that were coming through from the border, nigga, of course they're undocumented. Dumbass nigga. Of course they undocumented, dumbass nigga. What are you talking about? Well, let me tell you the difference in a sanctuary city compared to those that's actually documented and that's actually citizens. Of course, nigga. You know, Eric Adams come up here with that bullshit. Shout out to Charlemagne the guy for calling his ass out on that. But this is what happens when the Democrats break their own tools real quick.
Migrants and asylum seekers were paroled into here. They're here.
Migrants and asylum seekers are here permanently. So when I told y'all there's tiers to this immigration shit, there's a A, B, A tier, B, T, C, B tier, C tier. Yo, y'all gonna stop playing with Black Jesus, man. Straight up and down. Y'all gonna stop playing. Y'all gonna stop playing. Y'all niggas don't believe in Jesus, man. Straight up and down. I've been telling y'all this shit for years, dog. There's tiers to this shit. When I was saying on the internet, yo, they're flying over here, dog. They're not just some shit people think about the border. No, they're flying in over here. It took years later. What was it, 2022, 23? Maybe it might have even been 24 where they finally admitted that people were flying over here. No. I think it was a video I did on Majority Teller Green. This how I knew she was full of shit. Because if I knew this shit back then, how the fuck she ain't know this shit now? Well, and why is she bringing it up now? You know what I mean? Why you bringing it up now? You know what I mean? Because this been going on in like 2012, like that kind of time back. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? And you get into politics and knowing about this, that, and the third. You should already know that. How the fuck is Tell Like It Is TV know that way back then? And I wasn't even thinking about a political seat. And I still ain't thinking about a political seat. I'm gonna keep it $1 bean.
Legally, they were paroled into, but what the federal government did and Governor Abbott did, they said we're going to send them up to Chicago, New York, Boston, and the federal government is saying, Eric, you can't allow them to work. You got to give them housing. You can't stop the buses from coming in.
So whose administration was that? So think about that, right? So basically, they let y'all look. Look how the Democrats use niggas. This is even a more body bag that if you voting Democrat as a nigga, you dumb. You straight dumb. So you telling me that they put these niggas in position knowing that this crisis was getting ready to pop off because they knew what their agenda was as far as the Biden and Harris administration. They let these niggas be in the form of leadership in all these major fucking cities. Okay? Knew that these niggas was going to fail, had these niggas come to these cities knowing damn well under the law, see Governor Adams or Abner, whatever the Abbott down there in Texas, he is playing chess low key. And he said, "Oh, okay. Y'all don't want to help us out with the border and all these people coming here. Okay, well, what we'll do for you is we'll send them to the sanctuary cities. That's what we'll do for you. Since, you know, y'all sanctuary city. And remember, they welcomed a lot of that shit. Not a nigga up here talking about some. Listen, there's only certain of them that have a say. We only deal with the special migrant, immigrant. All them lower tier immigrants, we don't really fuck with them like that. But we can't just send them over the ice and send them back. We can't do that. You know, it's against the law. So we got to do something for them. So we just give them a bunch of money and this, that, and the third, and hope they replace some of you. I don't know. You niggas gonna have to figure it out. You know, you niggas gonna have to figure it out. I mean, low key, I'm on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne. You niggas just gonna have to figure it out. You know, we always find a way. Us as black people, because us as black people, we always find a way. So what? It's a migrant crisis. You know, I'm from the state of New York. You know, I come from Brooklyn, right? I come from Brooklyn. So, you know, listen, I had to inherit all this shit.
You cannot turn them over to ICE. All of that is illegal. If I do that, we're breaking law. So when people look at the migrants that are here, we didn't call people to come here. They were sent here by Governor Abbott.
Now you lying on Governor Abbott, brother. You're lying. Now you're lying to nigga nation, dog. And you look at Charlamagne in his eyes. Charlamagne don't believe the shit you saying. Even though you trying to raise your little eyebrows and shit, show your little wrinkles on your forehead. That ain't gonna work, bro. Charlamagne don't even believe your ass. I damn sure don't believe your ass. I don't believe you. You're a liar, nigga. You're a liar. You're a liar, nigga. What, did you get the Turk? You made sure you got all the. I bet you the Turkish doing good out there in New York. Oh, I bet the Turkish doing good in NY, baby. Yeah, I bet they are. What about the ancient Americans though, Eric Adams? How the brothers doing out there? Because I know you looked out for them Turkish. Yeah, I know you looked out for them Turkish boys. Yes, you did, nigga. Yes, you did, nigga. It's on your indictment. You looked out for them Turkish boys, nigga. Did you look out for the ancient American, nigga? No, you did it. No, you did it, fam. No, you did it. You lying ass nigga. That's why I don't feel sorry for the whole ass nigga. At first I did, because, you know, like I said, sometimes the black, so-called blackness, and you want to go with a nigga no matter what. But, man, fuck that nigga, man. You knew what you were doing, dog, and you sold us out, nigga. And I seen this shit a long time ago, but even though my ancient Americanness for this nigga is like, damn. But fuck that, dog. Fuck that. Fuck that. I ain't got no love for this nigga, dog. His ass go down, nigga. His ass go down, nigga. That's what he get for playing the game with these folks. Tell like it is TV know how the Democrats be playing and breaking their own tools, and all these brothers that's up here with prolific goddamn YouTube channels and shit talk about how the Democrats be breaking their own tools, and you get your ass in a position and think you different and think you gonna stand on some kind of business under their leadership. You got the game fucked up, nigga. You got it fucked up. Now they spanking your ass.
People look at the migrants that are here. We didn't call people to come here. They were sent here by Governor Abbott, and the failure to secure our borders is allowing this to continue. And we're not getting any money from. We got about 100.
All right. So if the failure to protect the border, then brother, that relies on your party, because your party is the leadership that's in control. The Democrats is in control. House, Senate, they're in control, bruh. So for you to get out here and tell nigga nation this shit, bro, is a bold-faced lie, nigga, and I don't give a fuck what them folks do with your ass, nigga. I don't give a fuck what they do with Eric Adams, man. It is what it is, man. You know, they trying to move his ass up out of his seat. We see what the play is, but I don't care what they do with this nigga, dog. You sold us out, dog, and then you got the nerve to get up here and lie, nigga. You could at least been honest, nigga. You could at least been honest with you on nigga nation, fam. You could at least been honest, Eric Adams. You see what I'm saying? Let me wind this shit back just a little bit. The nigga could have been honest, dog.
Didn't call people to come here. They were sent here by Governor Abbott.
He said they were sent here. Yes, technically they were sent here, but y'all called for them to be here.
And the failure to secure our borders.
And the failure to secure the borders is based off the Biden and Harris administration. Mainly so, more of Kamala Harris than more of Joe Biden, because she was in charge of the border. She was in charge of the border, sir. So without you getting up here standing on business and say, yeah, man, our current administration failed me. You know what I'm saying? Because under these, see, if Eric Adams would have got up here and said this, right? Our current administration failed us. And the reason why they failed us because we have sanctuary cities. Now, where I'm at, I'm a sanctuary city. So if an illegal immigrant or whatever the case may be, that's not an asylum seeker or this or government paid for or some kind of deal that the United States got with some different country, right? Other than that, they're not citizens. So I have to deal with all of this. And based off what the administration was allowing to come into the border, was too much for us to really kind of handle. So our administration was really the problem. But he can't say that. He can't say that. He can't. They spanking this nigga based off him just saying, hey, look, we can't take no more people. Or he already been under investigation. It's one of the two. He was under investigation before he probably decided to stand on business. Honestly, it's probably why he's starting to come out here. The Democrats, that's really in their playbook. They do shit like that. Like they'll be shitting on you the entire time, and then now they need you a little bit. Now they want to, hey, yeah, we black, y'all, and yeah, listen, I love you, brother. I love my brothers and sisters. I love my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, that shit ain't gonna work this time around, brother. Now, if he'd have said that, that would have been more valid. Even tell me, I would have been like, yo, now salute to that. That nigga, he probably one of the realest niggas in the Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying? I'm the realest nigga in it. You already know. Got Trapper of the Year 4 times in a row. What they give you lifetime for baking soda clientele, a roller watch, 2 pots, and 3 scales. Could get about 50 in the Hummer. Shout out to the birds fly down south to Georgia for the summer. Shout out to Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, he could have been titled the realest nigga in it. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want that title. He didn't want that title. He wanted to be for all New Yorkers.
Is allowing this to continue, and we're not getting any money from. We got about $100 million out of a $4 billion price tag.
All right. So anyway, now we come over here. This is the video I actually did earlier today, but I'm not going to upload it now because we're going to talk about it now. All right. So, Eric Adams is doing all this capping for all these different illegals and shit like that. Even Charlemagne busted the nigga ass out on that shit, right? Now, here it is when it comes down to today. Okay, this was today. Eric Adams, you see all these black folks around him, right? Nigga get indicted. Now he want to be around the niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? But before that, he was an all New Yorker kind of shit, right? And that's what I be meaning about the hypocrisy of niggas, right? Right? Niggas will get up here and be like, Black lives matter, Black lives matter. Then the nigga be like, all lives matter. Nigga be like, oh, nah, fuck that. What the fuck you mean all lives matter, nigga? We talking about black lives, nigga. We out here getting smoked by the police. Gentrification, motherfucking cultural appropriation. But when it's a Democratic Party doing this kind of shit, right? This man came into the goddamn New York mayor seat talking about, I'm doing this for the Italian New Yorker. This, that New Yorker, that New Yorker, this New Yorker, for all New Yorkers. Now this nigga under a federal indictment and shit. Now he want to be around the niggas. Nah, fam, we're all the Italian New Yorkers, the Jewish New Yorkers, the Latino New Yorkers. Where they all at? Where they all at? Now you want to dig these niggas up. This woman look tired as fuck. Like she ain't even really trying to be there for real. You know what I'm saying? Look at this brother. This brother over here with his head down in shame. Like, yeah, man, this shit crazy what's going on right now. This brother right here, like he looking to get some TV time and shit. You know what I'm saying? This other nigga over here, he laughing at Eric Adams. Either that, he laughing or he laughing at the niggas in the crowd that's actually supporting this dog ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into this. I don't own the rights to the footage. Fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse.
This is not a black day. This is not a black day. This is a youth day.
Now, a part of this could be part of the heckling that Eric Adams is going to have to go through with the Democratic Party. Notice how you got to do with the loudspeaker talking crazy, talking about this is not a black thing, this is a youth thing. Unless, I don't know, he could be part from the Democratic Party, but maybe the niggas out here on the real deal Holyfield kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a black thing because Eric Adams failed under his leadership does not represent all niggas. But this is what the goal of the Democratic Party. This is the goal. I told you, bro, I literally said this shit back in 2020 when these niggas was winning, when they won, when Brandon Johnson won, Karen Bass and when fucking Eric Adams won. I literally said to I'm gonna actually go back, whether it's on this channel, my Tell Like This TV5 channel. It's probably, if it's not on these two channels, it's on my BitChute page for sure. It has to be. Has to be. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was one of those videos I didn't upload. But it has to be. It's gotta be on my goddamn yeah, bro. It's gotta be on my damn no, actually it might be on one of my deleted channels. God damn, these niggas YouTube, bro. Maybe I did save that and put that on my fucking BitChute page. But I literally predicted all this shit, man. Literally predicted it, man, all the way through and through. And they're gonna come back to the black community wanting to, oh yeah, we black, y'all. We black, y'all. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, dog. This is a you problem. This is not a black problem. This is a you problem.
This is a you thing, Eric Adams. This is not a black thing. Your policies are anti-black.
His policies were anti-black, straight up and down. Look at this nigga over here with his eyes bucking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga over here with his eyes straight bucking and shit.
You are disgrace to all black people in this city. The things that you have done are unconscionable. You hurt our schools. Our streets are dirty. Our children are harassed by the police.
I want to see who that is actually, who's actually screaming at. I wonder who that is. Maybe we can make more out of the situation, depending on if they're able to find out who this person was that was screaming at Eric Adams. Because everybody looks kind of confused, low key. You know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Why my man over here in the corner like he's spaced out and shit? This nigga looking up in the skies and shit.
You can shut me all you want, but the people are with us. And this is not a black thing. This is a justice thing.
First of all, I want to thank you for being here this morning. And I want to thank the supporters of all ethnic groups that I hear, particularly the men and women of the clergy that's here, that have joined me here today.
Well, brother, it looks like the only people that came to join your black ass was black people. So all this shit you talking about, all the members of all these people and this, that, and third, well, it looked like a bunch of niggas behind you, fam. They ain't supporting your black ass. They're not getting behind that federal indictment, no sir, unless all the folks that you did have that didn't look like your black ass is under them indictments as well. And they can't even be nowhere near your black ass right now. You know what I'm saying? They can't be nowhere near you. So now you done dug up all these niggas and shit. Yeah, man, you know, they trying to come after a brother, man. You know how it is out here, man. These crackers and shit, man, they out here, you know, trying to take a brother down. These crackers out here trying to take a brother down, man. I need the support from the people. You know, they made me do this and they made me do that. Nigga, shut your bald-headed ass up, nigga. Shut your bald-headed ass up, nigga, and deal with this shame, nigga. Deal with this shame, nigga. Now you trying to run back to black folks and, you know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, we not doing that, bro. We not doing that. This is a you problem. This ain't got nothing to do with the ancient American. We standing on business when it come to that.
And we are not surprised. We expected this. This is not surprising to us at all. The actions that have unfolded.
All right. Let me come over here real quick. So this is who they saying who the next mayor might be. I don't know if this is the next mayor or not, but this is just some dumb shit they had up here. Let's get into this. So this dude right here, you know, he has a stay woke. He up here with a mask on. Like, why the fuck you got a mask on making public speeches, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then he got the Asian man behind him. Look out for that. He got the Asian man behind him. In silence, what's getting ready to happen in New York City? Are we looking at another pandemic? Are we looking at another pandemic? Why is this dumbass nigga with a mask on his face making a speech about Eric Adams?
We are going to have to accept some discomfort in the next few days.
Next discomfort in the next few days. We're going to see what happens.
That's what we're going to have to do as a city to get through this. And so I'm asking the mayor and the police commissioner to allow people to express their anger, to allow people to...
So they basically want to allow people to get out here and protest and riot. They hoping that people tear the goddamn city up for Eric Adams. I'm telling y'all niggas, stand down. Stand down. Fucking with Eric Adams. Stand your black ass down. If you listen, if you ancient American, you better the only niggas that better be turning up, they better not be from the country. If that's gonna happen. I'm not inciting no violence or nothing like that, but yo nigga ass, yo ancient American ass, you better be sticking your ass in the crib. You better not be out here pooing for no goddamn Eric Adams. Straight up and down, you better not, nigga.
To express their pain, and as a city.
Now you can express your like say if because listen, this shit bigger than Nino Brown. So Eric Adams need to be taking down Kathy Hochul. He needed that's who niggas we need to be calling for resignation of him and Kathy Hochul. Okay, this is a two-way sword right here. You got two birds, one stone kind of thing. It's bigger than Mayor Adams, and period. I'm about to say personally, but period. You know what I'm saying?
We have to accept that we are going to be in some discomfort for the next few days. And the only thing we should be asking is how do we address the pain and how do we address the anger? And as long as the leaders are from the community making the decisions, we should all be supportive.
All right. So this is the kind of shit we whatchamacallit. Now let's come over here real quick. You know, we gotta get Kamala on the Summer Jam screen. She just can't help herself out here. She just bombing every chance she get. You know, there's not an interview that Kamala's not bombing at this point. Like literally, it's not even an interview that she's not bombing in. Like this shit is just all the way bad. And Candace Owens been out here big stepping when it come out. Candace Owens digging up that dirt, finding out that goddamn Kamala grandmother is actually white. People owe Janet Jackson a fucking apology. It is what it is, fam. Straight up and down. All right, so let's come over here real quick. Anyway, fair accused.
Expanding that child tax credit, or you mentioned housing before, giving that extra money for a first home. If you can't raise corporate taxes, or if GOP takes control of the Senate, where do you get the money to do that? Do you still go forward with those plans and borrow?
Well, but we're going to have to raise corporate.
But hold on, wait. But we're going to have to raise corporate
taxes. And we're going to have to make sure that the biggest corporations and billionaires pay their fair share. That's just it.
That's always the fucking thing. Oh, we're going to make sure that the billionaires pay. They're not doing that currently. They're not making sure they're paying their fair share. You know who's paying the fucking fair share? The average everyday American is paying the fucking fair, over the fucking fair share, straight up and down. Inflation, everything high. Everything you're getting taxed on. Everything is up. It's up and it's stuck and it's up and it's stuck. Remember that Cardi B song? It's up and it's up and it's up and it's stuck. What's it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's up and it's stuck. Well, Kamala Harris, she's talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna have to tax the rich. A whole lie. They're gonna tax the American folks harder than they're gonna tax the people that's rich. Straight up and down.
It's about paying their fair share.
All right. So once again, let's come back to this. Let's see if she actually answered the fucking question.
Expanding that child tax credit, or you mentioned housing before, giving that extra money for a first home. If you can't raise corporate taxes, or if GOP takes control of the Senate, where do you get the money to do that? Do you still go forward with those plans and borrow?
Well, but we're going to have to raise corporate taxes. And
this woman is insane, bro. Y'all love this woman, though. Y'all love her. You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying? Man, she answered that shit like a goddamn, like a bimbo, like just somebody like a dodo brain and shit. Like, wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? We're gonna have to raise tax. That's the whole agenda of us raising corporate taxes, to charge the American people, because only my mother can live in middle class, and if they don't look like my mother, then they can't live in middle class. And so how are we going to deal with that? So we're going to deal with that by Donald Trump. See, what Donald Trump wants to do is Project 2025. I think my policies going up against Donald Trump's radical right and Project 25, I think that the people, when I get elected, if the people should elect me on day one, I will make sure that every kid has to eat. Yep, I will make sure of it. I will make sure of it day one. Day one, I will make sure that every kid has the right, okay? Every kid has the right to want an abortion or even want a sex change. Don't matter if they're 1 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, or 5 years old. Because this is the America that we want it to be. And we want to move forward with America. See, we're tired of the Donald Trump banter about making America great. We want to make America fun. We want to make America new. This bitch is diabolical, dog. Kamala Harris just need a dick in her mouth, straight up and down. Just throw a dick in Kamala. She probably gets some great head. I think Kamala Harris might be a great head specimen. You know what I'm saying? She might be a throat goat. The way she be out here just talking about, she's a throat goat. I think Kamala is a throat goat. No gag reflex. No gag reflex for Kamala. I swear to God, I think she might be a no gag reflex. You know what I'm saying? The way she be out here just saying nothing and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it just remind me of just like certain chicks and shit like that. Like, you know they there to fucking shit, and it's just like they just like waiting on you to fucking, make the move and shit. It's like, you know what, bitch, bitch, you just fuck my nigga in my bitch. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? You playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? You want me to make the first move. All right, I made the first move. You know what I'm saying? That's how Kamala Harris be talking to me and shit. She talked to me like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? For those that, like I said, we're not talking about taking advantage. We're not talking about taking advantage of no chick or raping no chick. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. We're not talking about that. We know about a chick consensually wants to do something with you, but she don't want to make the first move. Right? That's what we're talking about. She wanna suck the D, she wanna grab it, she wanna do something to the kid. You know what I'm saying? We talking about those kind of chicks that want to do something to the kid. She just scared to make the first move. She wants the man to make the first move. That's what we talking about. So yes, Kamala Harris reminds me of those kind of females when she gets to talking about when they ask her a question and shit. Like, bitch, don't be saying about a whole bunch of nothing. So what happened with your last man and shit? It's my last man. My last man? Like my last man. Not like my side man or my side piece or just some guy I just had sex with at a bar or something. No, this my last actual actual relationship. So my last relationship, he just was like he wasn't like you. Like you're mad cool. Like that's what I like about you. Like you're like mad cool. Like you're like super dope. Like I just was like I always wish like having a guy like you. Like that's how the chicks get you and shit. They get you like that, start talking all crazy and shit. You start believing in that shit. But you know what I mean? Bitch want to go ahead and throw you that pussy real quick. You know what I'm saying? Bitch going, damn, you really feel like that about your boy, huh? Okay, all right. We're going ahead and zip. Come here, come a little closer real quick. Anyway, let me get back to this shit. Let me get ready to end this shit. But I'm just saying that's what Kamala Harris remind me of. You know what I'm saying? And let me just say this shit too, right? Like how I was just talking about this whole shit. I was just like kind of like cosplaying low key, but it's funny because low key we're heading towards a society where something like where I'm just like playing around like that, like a nigga could probably really go to jail for some shit like that. Like for instance, right? I was at a bar last weekend, right? And so the first night I was there, it was a chick there, and she came through, whatever, we was conversating and shit. She bought me some shots. You know what I'm saying? She bought the kids some shots. I ain't asked the bitch to do it, whatever. She bought me some shots. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know of her. I don't know her like that, but I know of her and shit. I see her every now and then. So whatever, right? Buy her shots. The next night, I see her there. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy her some shots. She technically didn't really want to, but she was out drinking. I was like, well, you could take one shot with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's only one shot, right? So now, it was a joke though, but it was like, oh yeah, 'cause her friend was with her too. So I bought her and her friend a shot and shit like that. So we just pretty much kicked it the whole night. So whatever. Now let's say if I went home with them, right? If I went home with them and they were like, yo, and let's say, I smashed. Let's say I smashed both of them bitches, right? That bitch can literally be like, well, he was pressuring us into having shots. Meanwhile, I was, just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't pressuring you. Like, if it was really like that, like, yeah, you had to take the shot. But if the bitch wanted to be like, he pressured us into having a shot, and then when we got around him, he was telling us to suck his dick. And he was just like in a real aggressive kind of manner. And we just felt so uncomfortable. A nigga could go to jail for some shit like that, dog. Even if she did suck your dick and do all this other shit, nigga, you can literally probably go to jail for some shit like that. This is why we have to be careful. Even when we listening to this Diddy shit. I know this Diddy shit seemed crazy. But listen, look, dog. Unless they got hard evidence of this nigga doing some diabolical shit, dog, they got to put it out on the table then. Because what they're saying is like, damn, like, it almost be impossible to damn near holler at a bitch without the shit being criminal. It'd be almost impossible for you to want to try to get some pussy unless the bitch is actually throwing the pussy at you. If she's not throwing the pussy at you, if you try to go for the pussy, the way they're trying to spin society now is that you even trying to go for the pussy is criminal. You want a bitch to do a threesome, criminal. Okay? You might, run a train on a bitch, criminal. Okay? So, like I said, at the end of the day, like, like, yo, we entering some kind of dark times. So unless shit change. Unless shit change, we entering some fucking real, like, in the media wise, dark times. I'm not gonna say what happens in real life, but in media times, in media terms, yes, we're heading into some real soft times. Like, damn, like I said, it's gonna get to the point you can't even look at a bitch. You look at a bitch, oh, I don't like the way he was looking at. He was just looking at my ass, and this is not the kind of guys that I'm into. And so for that, I'm going to pull my lady card, and I'm going to say that he was sexually assaulting me with his eyes. I didn't like the way he particularly was looking at me as I was walking by. Sir, can you come over here, sir? You was looking at this woman? Oh yeah, I just looked at her real quick. Sir, look, sir, put your hands behind your back. You start reading your Miranda rights and shit like that. Fuck that shit, dog. Fuck that. But that's where we going. That's why y'all gotta pay attention to these cases. If they're not giving you what's all out on the table, they just giving I gotta keep going back to the Diddy shit. They're just giving you a bunch of shit of this nigga being a whole freak. They're not saying that this nigga will force niggas into this shit. Now, if they got footage of this nigga drugging niggas and niggas passed out and Diddy throwing his dick in niggas' mouth and fucking niggas in the ass and all kind of crazy shit, then Diddy needed to be locked the fuck up. I'll be one in agreement with that. Like, oh yeah, Diddy, man, yeah, you crashed out, dog. You crashed all the way out at them parties. Like, yeah, dog, that ain't cool, nigga. You over here taking advantage of nigga. Your ass should be dead, nigga. You should get that. You should be executed for that shit. Know what I'm saying? But if he talking with niggas and they enter a room and you know what I'm saying, and then afterwards they still cool with Diddy and still doing weird things with Diddy and shit, and Diddy and still fucking with Diddy, like boning his girl and shit like that. Like, all right, nigga, well, you kind of consented to this shit. Now that's real consentment. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck is you talking about? I can see if you found out or something like, yo, you passed out and Diddy did this, did it, and you jump up like, yeah, man, nah, Diddy really did do that shit and Diddy. All right, cool. But if you one of them niggas that kind of just had a good time and you just slept with Diddy, nigga, don't jump your bitch ass out here talking about Diddy took advantage of your ass, nigga. You willingly did that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't one of them niggas you took advantage of and nigga don't remember what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? You one of them niggas that Willie, oh yeah, nah, Diddy, man. You remember the whole story like it was yesterday. The niggas Diddy probably did the foul shit too. Them niggas can't remember or recall the night unless somebody actually spilled the beans. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, it's just like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about this Diddy shit, dog. I'm gonna keep it a dollar bean with y'all niggas. Cause y'all be, like I said, we all know people at the end of the day who done some weird shit with some weird people. We be like, what? Nah, hell no, ain't no way. Yes, nigga did, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was fucking that trainee, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yes, nigga, that nigga was in love with that trainee, dog. Straight up and down, straight in love. That nigga was ready to crash out in the hood over that broad, over that he she. He she? You know what I'm saying? Nigga was ready to crash out over that he she. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down, but it is what it is, man. Let's get into this a little bit.
And is instead focusing on Kamala's great grandmother, referring to her as Miss Iris. Now that we have found this piece and we have found this white woman, and again, I'm not trying to call her off being white, but I'm just saying that, like, she is a white woman. She's very white, and Janet Jackson was not crazy to suggest this, and now we know.
And now y'all old Candace, y'all old Janet Jackson, the queen, a goddamn apology, DL Hughley. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you whole ass nigga.
That somebody is putting her in quotation marks as Iris, and a picture is starting to come together. Let me say this. If, and I'm not saying this is true, but if we find out that that woman is Kamala's real grandmother, and can we get a side-by-side of Kamala? If we find out...
Nigga, that is Kamala's grandmother. Look at this shit, dog. The nose don't lie. Look at the nose. Look at the nose. Look at the fucking nose, dog.
That is Kamala's real grandmother, and that she...
Look at I mean, they even kind of smile the same low key.
Decided to appropriate the domestic help who potentially died younger as her grandmother. We are watching one of the most diabolical political moves that we have ever seen in the history of this country.
Oh, wait till they dig into Barack Obama shit. But anyway, I would say yes. Right now, yes. All right. Who that? Alicia Baumgartner. Yeah, I can't even watch that shit. All I can think about, you know what it is, what it is. All right, look at this shit.
Which is investigating Georgia DA Fannie Willis, needs Wade to testify at a hearing tomorrow on their love affair. But no one can find the guy. They're trying to serve him, but he's flown the coop. And now the U.S. Marshals are in a manhunt to track him down.
Now, why is this nigga on the run? Because what he has to tell, either this nigga is going to go down or this woman's going to go down. See, all y'all thought that all that shit that they with Fannie Willis, motherfucking Latina James, motherfucking Alvin Bragg, and all these folks, bro, when this shit turns around on it, when that system turns back around, it's gonna sweep the niggas up first. The niggas gonna get it first. That's just always how it goes. Just like in scary movies, majority of the time, the nigga die first. Yeah, the niggas gonna get it first. These two niggas right here are on hot seat to where the point this brother is on the run. He got the U.S. Marshals looking for this nigga like he the top government, like he done murder the president or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Have they checked the conduct?
All right. I don't know how this dude actually did this shit. Like, bro, like, you drunk from a whole picture, nigga. You went to drunk from the top. Like, who the fuck drinks water? Like, even if I was gonna do some greedy shit like that, like, I would have never drunk that shit like that. Like, I don't know. That's kind of crazy for him to do it like that. Spilled it all over himself. Got him looking dumb as hell. Nigga might be a goddamn a shapeshifter and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause don't nobody motherfucking wear no shit like that, dog. Come on, man. Don't nobody do no shit like that, dog. All right, so let's get into this.
A Democrat supporting household. The Democrat leaning kids were about 5 times more likely to say they would not want to go to a pro Trump house. Democrat supporting household. The Democrat leaning kids were about 5 times more likely to say they would not want to go to a pro Trump house. Democrat leaning kids were about old. The Democrat leaning kids were about 5 times household. The Democrat leaning kids household. The Democrat leaning kids were about 5 household. The Democrat leaning.
And I keep rewinding that on purpose. And the reason why I keep rewinding that is just to show y'all how low the Democrats have gone to where the point they want to tell you about kids leaning a political way. What? Since when does this fucking country give 2 fucks about what the fucking kids think about a fucking debate or an election? And this, they say Democrat leading kids don't want to stay around Donald Trump kids, supporters. Yeah. The Democrat kids don't want to be around the Donald Trump supporting kids and those households that support Donald Trump. Like, bruh, y'all crashed out. This might be the crash out of the year. DL, you might have DL, you might have oh, I thought this nigga DL, I thought DL Hughley crashed. I thought he had it, dog. CNN might have the crash out of the year, dog. CNN got the crash out of the year, dog. Yeah, they got it, dog. They got it. They have stooped so low that they have went to the children, okay, to try to sway people into voting for the Democrats. I mean, this is oh, yo, this is the crash out of the year, dog. This is the crash out. I'm bookmarking this shit. This is the crash out of the year. I gotta bookmark this one on my Twitter. This is crash out worthy material right here of the year. This is bad, dog. This is bad. This says a lot about America, dog. It really does. It's not funny for real, for real. It's really not funny. But this says a lot about America, man. They want to hear what the kids got to say about this political presidential election, for real.
And kids were about 5 times more likely to say they would not want to go to a pro-Trump house.
If them kids got P5 over there, bunch of candy, video games, motherfucking Fortnite, Nintendo Switch and shit like that, them kids don't give a damn who's supporting who. You know what I'm saying? They don't care who's supporting who, as long as they friend or whatever, they're gonna be playing video games, eating popcorn, pizza, and hamburgers and McDonald's and shit. They don't give 2 fucks about none of that shit. We all were kids at one point in time. Did we know what their particular parents actually supported as a candidate? Absolutely not. But we went over to their house, we played video games with our friends, and we didn't give a fuck about none of this shit. But now they have reached so much of a low, they got nowhere else to try to sway people to come support them. This is why whatever they saying on the news about Kamala having any kind of support with the polls, I think is lower than what they're talking about. They're reaching out to kids now. CNN is reaching out to children to try to sway you because we all probably got kids, or kids are adorable, they're innocent, right? This is how low they've gone now.
Would they be okay with you going over to somebody's house who is really supportive of President Trump?
Think about this. They're asking kids, would they be in support? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Yo, this is mind blowing, man. And this is not a problem for a nigga that's supporting goddamn Kamala Harris. This is not a problem for you. This don't show you the level of lowness that these folks have dropped. Oh, the mighty have fucking fallen hard, real hard. We watching this shit in real time. Niggas, you should be celebrating. You should be celebrating this shit. But they have fallen so hard. They're out here interviewing kids. Oh, the mighty have fucking fallen, man. Look at this shit, dog. And they gotta start the brother off with this shit.
No. No. And why not? Because they know that he's not like black people, so he will.
So they got this kid brainwashed that Donald Trump don't like black people. This is sad, man. Yo, this is the crash out of the year, man. I thought it was DL, man. I really did think it was DL with Janet, dog, but this is worse, man. CNN, y'all got no goddamn shame, man. Y'all got no shame. And then y'all got the nerve to, oh my goodness, man. Ooh wee. I can't even say this shit I want to say, man. Ooh wee. Yo, this is sad, dog. I didn't even see this shit, but this is sad, man. Let me let this keep going. Fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse.
They will not be happy to see me.
Would your family let you go?
So this kid is already believing if he go to a Trump person's house, they don't like him because he's black, and they would hate to see him. Now, for some Trump supporters, that might be true, but so is it for the Democrat supporters. You think all these Democrat supporters are, we love black people and black people and we black, y'all, and we colored, y'all, and we black and colored and we colored, y'all. You think it's like that? You got to be out your goddamn mind. You got to be out your goddamn mind. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to some of the Democrats that's not like that, right? You know, because we got love from the left to the right. We do get love from left to the right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. In real life, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kwame Brown. In real life, though, we get love from the left or the right. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you do have those Democrats that are very racist, very what they call that shit, stereotypical, right? You have Republicans that are flat out racist, straight up and down, right? It is what it is.
Over to somebody's house who's really supportive of Donald Trump?
No.
No, they wouldn't.
No.
And why not?
Because like my mom and dad don't like Donald Trump at all.
All right, so his parents don't like Donald Trump at all. And this is what I'm saying. They came to an all low. I hate to even put the kids up here. I really do. I hope the Most High forgive me for this, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Most High, may you forgive me for putting the children up here like this. I didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? But I have to do this because it's just showing, exposing the powers that be of the corruption that they doing. You know what I'm saying? And may I be forgiven for that, man, straight up and down. Because I don't like to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to put people kids up on shit. Even when I talk about celebrities and shit, I try my best not to really put their kids up there. Some people don't have no shame. They just put people kids up there. Yeah, man, they said this kid is not this person kid and da da da. I don't like to do shit like that, dog, you know, because I wouldn't want nobody put my fucking kid up there, dog, straight up and down. So, you know, I'm probably being a little bit hypocritical with the shit that I'm doing, and I just hope the Most High forgive me for that. But it just shows you, dog, you know what I mean? This is probably why I didn't have it in all my tabs that I had it, because I probably was having cold feet about doing this shit. But I just scrolled down, and then this is another clip from all this shit. So this ain't even the original clip that I had. But anyway. All right, so damn, this is what it's looking like in Florida right now. So in Fort Myers, niggas is out here riding around in a boat. So some shit done motherfucking happen out there in Florida. All right, but anyway, man. All right.
So after I left the party, and the next day I smoked with Michael, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the sheriff's.
Remember that one boy?
Now listen to this. I have to tell you this.
Okay.
So
this is Aaron Carter, okay? And remember, Aaron Carter was one of those that, you know, they were saying that Michael Jackson touched on them kids. Kamala Harris was part of the district attorney at that time, okay? She was a part of the district attorney when it came down to the allegations against Michael Jackson. Okay. So anyway, Aaron Carter was one of the kids that they had on this particular thing when it come down to Michael Jackson, where you have a portion of people that believe Mike was touching on them kids. Okay. So let's come to here. This is before this dude was murdered. I mean, you know, he had passed away.
After I left the party, and the next day I smoked with Michael, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there, and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened?
So her mom was all a part of the takedown Michael Jackson. Even though Aaron Carter, right, himself, he like, nah, yo, Mike, mad cool. I was just smoking weed. I was smoking weed with fucking Michael Jackson. I'm chilling with Michael. We having a great time. Then Michael ain't doing nothing to me. The mama was like, wanted to extort Mike, or she was sent in to try to take down Michael Jackson, straight up and down.
And I sit down with them, and they all ask these super sexually exploiting, questions, backsided questions. And I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them, and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money?
And that's what his mother wanted. See what I'm saying? And this is what I mean. Like, it's the evils of money. And the evils of money will make people do some racist shit. What this dude's mother did was basically that. Basically that in a nutshell. And we see the same thing happen with R. Kelly when it comes down to the Azriel Clary broad and shit running around here talking about R. Kelly kidnapped me and making it seem like R. Kelly was starving these bitches out and shit like that. When R. Kelly was up there talking about, man, I'm fighting for my fucking life. That's another nigga that, when it come down to self-hate, we demonize the fuck out of R. Kelly. Now, what niggas believe what R. Kelly did on that tape, it is what it is. It is what it is when it comes to that tape. But he was acquitted from that, right? Or he got off. Me personally, like I said, digital shit, I don't know, dog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't know if the nigga really was out here doing that shit, or maybe he really did. Who the fuck knows? But when it come down to that particular situation, he did not do that shit. When he found out old girl was underage, he sent her back. Okay. And then when she got of age, he, brought her back on the team. The mother and all that shit, they all was a part of that shit, dog. And then when he started making these chicks his actual women, like, his actual girlfriends and shit, which is not illegal. Okay. When he started making these girls his actual girlfriends and shit, because he's R. Kelly and can have multiple girlfriends, it wasn't until the end that they started talking about this nigga kidnapping him. So when R. Kelly was up there, this is probably why they really banked R. Kelly. I'm gonna keep it a bean pie. Go back and look at that Gayle King. He said there's real people being chained in the basement, y'all. That's what he said on that Gayle. That's when I personally think they said, oh, we gotta bank this nigga because he might tell. Not that this nigga knows or what, that he actually showed proof of the shit he said, but that he might tell. Because he said that shit on the Gayle King, and I was like, damn, why niggas can't? What's wrong with niggas critical thinking? Why would R. Kelly say that shit? What, they get off? When you actually look at his charges, ain't nothing to really get off. These are actually his girlfriends. Oh, the relationship didn't go well. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So what? Every man that has a failed relationship deserves to go to fucking jail? He treated me like this. He treated me like that. So every male with a scorned fucking bitch at the end of the day deserves to go to fucking jail. This is what I'm talking about, dog. We allow these niggas to be banking our celebrities for real with really no fucking evidence. Now, the hard shit they might have, but you need to bring that out. We don't even make these niggas sweat and make the newsworthy work. We don't make them work. We just 1,000 bottles of baby oil. P. Diddy guilty. No Diddy. Like, that shit is kind of wild. Like, hold up, man. Okay, yeah, he slammed the bitch down and kicked her in the ass. He might have been filed for that, but who knows? Why would that nigga be in a rage like that? Maybe he could be controlling, right? Maybe he could have been controlling. Maybe the bitch probably took something from the nigga or was going to walk off with something. Was it the right way for that nigga to handle that shit? Probably not. Probably not. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it. We're gonna tell like it is. But was it enough for that nigga to really go down though? You know what I'm saying? For the shit that they out here saying he need to go down for, like, I don't know about that. You're gonna have to show me more. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna crash, let's crash out. Let's crash out with the information, man. Stop the babysitting and shit, man. Let's come out here with all these celebrities. Cause Diddy ain't the only one. I need to start seeing these Caucasian niggas going down. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Spacey out here beating goddamn charges and shit he clearly guilty of. But because his goddamn witnesses are turning up dead, ain't no goddamn case. But don't nobody want to talk about that.
That's what I told him. I was like, and I looked over at my mom and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you letting this happen? And she goes, well, I think something happened. I think something. I'm like, really? That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you could think of. We rode 4-wheelers, 5 hours, me, him, and Chris Tucker in the mountains at nighttime after his birthday party. Him and I hung out and talked pretty much all night. Got a couple hours of sleep. I wake up. He's not even in the room. He pulled out a cot for me in his room because I asked him, I was like, I want to hang out with you. I want to be around. It was Michael.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with him. I wanted to hang out with Michael. He pulled out a little cot or something. I laid on the cot.
Now look it. Aaron Carter looked like a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like a kid that's got a chance to be around Mike. You know what I mean? Like motherfuckers used to pass out over Michael Jackson, dog. Motherfuckers going whole tears and shock when they used to see this man. So obviously Aaron Carter was, as a kid, was somebody that really looked up to Michael. Actually got to be able to hang around this dude. Mike, let me sleep in the room with you, Mike. Hey, all right, you want to go ahead and sleep with it? All right, go ahead. Shit right there. You know what I'm saying? I got you a little cot or something. You can go sleep down there. But the mama was so goddamn, and whatever the agenda was that they was ready to take down Mike. That's how it always starts. They ready to take him down. They just got to find a way. Aaron Carter was the way. Mike's vulnerability to kids was his way in. Just like how men, a lot of times for us men, the woman is the easiest way to really infiltrate the man. Straight up and down.
I wake up in the morning.
Especially a very feminine woman. Or a woman with an agenda, because she'll play that role until she ain't got to play it no more. And you'll watch a bitch turn into a whole snake and a devil. You know what I'm saying? Right in your real face. You be like, God damn.
His bed's made. There's a cleaning lady that wakes me up. I keep asking, where's Michael? I go over. He's got this huge statue figurine that Michael Jordan sent him for his birthday, because he collected that stuff. Went and smoked some with him, get in the car, and then all this shit happened.
So Mike was puffing that herb. You know what I'm saying? Mike was puffing on that herb at the end of the day.
And when I got back to LA, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, and I looked at my mom. I go, are you really trying to go at Michael and you?
This woman is probably a Satanist, straight up and down. She's a part of the club. Aaron Carter got in because of his mama. Whatever position Aaron Carter got is because of who his mama has connections with, straight up and down. That's the only shit I can really think of. It has probably really nothing to do with Aaron Carter's talents. May he rest in peace. But it probably more so was based on his mother's connections and relationships that she has. And the people that she had relationship with were the people that were ready to take down Michael Jackson. And so she had to use her son to be able to get in there. Okay. She used her son to get in there. And he watched his whole mother turn into a whole demon in real time. I hate to see that. I hate that for him. Especially if, he's saying that ain't nothing never happened between them two. So to watch your mother turn into a whole demon for some money, that can be depressing. That could be depressing, dog. That could be hard to come. Your childhood idol, your mother, the motherfucking came through and got you talking about some shit that didn't happen and shit. She trying to make it seem like trying to win you over, like it did happen. Something did happen. Something did happen. And you like, yo, nothing happened, Ma. You tripping. You tweaking right now. No, it did happen. It did happen. You like, hold on. Well, look, let me tell you something right now. If Michael did, you could settle out for about $500 million. We can get a case where you and your mother, you could live for the good for the rest of your life. See what I'm saying? Mother, a whole demon.
Use me for a money grab. I was like, no.
And not only did she do this, but when it came down to goddamn R. Kelly situation, the parents did the same thing with R. Kelly. You're hearing about it happening with Usher and his mother, right? With P. Diddy. You're hearing about it, Justin Bieber, right? Niggas like Chris Brown and shit, where they parents already be involved with the industry and they low key sell their kids out to the industry.
And I looked at him right now. I said, nothing happened. I said, Michael was flirting with girls right in front of me. Actually.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious because he was very charming.
I bet. It's Michael Jackson.
he made girls just light up, blush. And he and like, I saw him looking at girls' booty. I said, I saw you looking at her booty. He was like, I was like, and so I hear these stories of like Wade Robson, and then I'm like thinking to myself, wait, hold up. I know Wade Robson. Wade Robson pretended to be the voice on my album, Aaron's Party, for my brother. Because my brother didn't do it, so Wade Robson did it. It was like a little spoof thing, an interlude in my second album, Aaron's Party. And Wade Robson did the voice of like pretending to be my brother or some shit. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Wade leaving Neverland? What is this? Like, what do you mean leaving Neverland? Like, I left Neverland. Everything was cool, homie. Like, what's your problem? Did you dream this up? Did your parents tell you to do this?
Yeah, I mean, they try to sue for like $100 million. And
see what I'm saying?
Ultimately, it was dropped.
Because they had no evidence.
They got nothing out of it, as they should.
Nothing.
As they
that
should.
dude.
What's this? The Corey Feldman dude? I could have sworn he either dead now. If this is the dude right here, fence from a dead man and no other evidence. I don't know if the Corey Field dude, whatever, but there was somebody else. This name looks mad familiar. This name does look mad familiar because, like I said, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan personally. And like I said, I explained to y'all in that Janet Jackson video, my mom, you know, what we call fanned out now, like my mom was fanned out on Mike, like fanned out. You know what I'm saying? Like I could almost literally grab my mom something to deal with Michael Jackson for Christmas, and it would literally make her Christmas, birthday, anytime I decide to do it. It would just be like her living her childhood or whatever, whatever it is, because Mike was her guy. You know what I'm saying? Like when Mike died, nigga, my mom was devastated. I mean, we all cried though. I ain't gonna sit up and hold you. We all cried when Mike died. When Mike passed, dog, I cried. You know what I'm saying? I watched my mother cry. My mother was bawling out. You know what I'm saying? My mother was bawling out. You know what I'm saying? But if you were ancient American when Mike died, man, that shit was tough, dog. You know what I'm saying? To watch that and then watch the funeral and watch that man take his last ride around the city and shit. Yeah, that shit was tough, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like ancient American right there, man. Ancient American greatness, royalty. This is why like that whole shit D.L. Hughley did. Like, nigga, you could almost never be forgiven for that shit, nigga. You a whole ass nigga for that shit for life, nigga. Like straight up. You know what I mean? But I don't mean to get into all that. But anyway, let me let this shit keep going.
Didn't do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I knew Michael better than all of them.
Yeah, I believe even everything that I've seen.
If it was Macaulay right now,
I'm not buying it.
Even if it was Macaulay Culkin sitting right here, he would tell you the same thing I did with the same.
All right, and you know what's funny because is that why they did the Home Alone series so they can kind of make it seem like Mike was like some kind of predator towards Macaulay Culkin, because we know that Macaulay Culkin was he was around Mike a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was around Mike a lot. You see what I'm saying? So was that one of those kind of situations where they were trying to, paint these movies to, you know what I'm saying? Like what they call that shit? Predictive programming or some shit like that. I think that's maybe the term. I could be fucking it up. Like I said, I'm on the spirits and I've been hitting that herbal essence. You know what I'm saying? So I could be wrong on what term I'm trying to use, but it is what it is though, man. All right, but yeah, I'm about to get ready to get up off of here though, dog, because I think I spoke enough on this. Anything else, man? We'll have to come through and I meant to do a video about this Jason Whitlock character though, because he did some funny shit once Caitlin Clark started motherfucking once Caitlin Clark ass started it's ridiculous. All right, but yeah, let me get up off of here, dog, because yeah, I'm about done with it. tired, and I gotta get up in the morning for work. So I hope y'all hit that like button, as y'all see, niggas. You know what I'm saying? The like button is free, my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Ah, the like button is free. Get the likes up, man. Stop playing with your boy and get the goddamn likes up, man. Motherfucker watching the whole video didn't even hit the like. Hit the goddamn like button, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Make this shit go around, nigga. You feeling the content, nigga, then the goddamn, you know, listen, tell like it is TV. My word need to get out there more, straight up and down. My shit need to get out there more. But not to any and everybody though, because we don't want dumb niggas following me neither. I don't want dumb niggas in the chat, ain't trying to learn shit, ain't trying to upgrade their mind and shit. You know, straight bots out here in the world. We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no bots over here on Tell Like It Is TV. We want niggas with critical thinking and that's willing to think for them goddamn selves and not what the fuck some institution told your ass. Whether it been school, because we all learn everything from school, institution, right? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We standing on business. And Eric Adams, you know, we said what we had to say about that. Kamala Harris, you already know what time it is when it come down to that. Tomorrow, I'm probably not. I probably won't have no videos dropping tomorrow for sure, because I'm gonna be parlaying tomorrow. So, well, don't expect no video from me tomorrow unless, for whatever reason, I come home drunk and I ain't getting no cat and motherfucking I'm drunk. I could come home drunk early and I ain't getting no cat. Then yeah, your boy might be up here, come through and fuck around with y'all on the live stream real quick. Just find some shit that I wanted to do a video about and go live about it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I highly doubt that I would be up here Friday night. Saturday might be possible though. Saturday night might be possible, late night for sure. Sunday, I'll probably come up here Sunday after the football game, but that's to do, you know, talk about the Steelers, obviously. But I might do a late night stream for Sunday night. So if anything, if y'all see me again, it definitely be Sunday, but probably Sunday afternoon if you're into football and watching the Steelers and shit, then you know we'll be back up here for that game. But other than that, as far as on some other shit, you know, whether it's politics or whether other information comes out, whether in an entertainment field and things like that, we'll do that Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? I kind of don't really like to go live Sunday nights because you know you're competing with heavy giants. You know what I'm saying? You got the Black Authority with his shit, and then you got Tariq Nasheed that come through later on. But I still might do it. Sometimes I still do it, but sometimes I don't really like to do it because it's like, you know, you're not really gonna, especially with a channel that's small like mine, you're not really gonna be able to gain a lot of traction while they're live. You see what I'm saying? Majority of niggas gonna be listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But shout out to all y'all, man, that was in the that joined the video today. Definitely appreciate y'all. I hope y'all niggas hit the fucking like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the goddamn like button and shit. Don't be in here incognito and shit, hiding in the bushes listening to the video and shit. Like, I hope nobody hear this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Got your goddamn headphones on super low and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you got your phone on, but you scared to blast this shit out and shit. You motherfucking got this shit on super silent and shit so nobody else can hear this shit. Now, the niggas need to hear this shit. Need to hear Tell Like It Is TV. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the year we exposing shit. You know what I'm saying? All truths. All the truth coming to the light on a whole ass nigga. All truth coming to the light on a whole ass nigga, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Don't get mad at me, man. I just gotta tell like it is. So first of all, we not calling for any kind of hate speech. This is not no hate speech. We're not inciting any kind of violence against the Democratic Party, Kamala Harris, or Eric Adams. We got love for them. We just strongly disagree with their policies, okay, and the shit that they've been doing. Like I said, we're not looking to incite any violence. We got love for the LGBT community. Okay, let's get this clear. All right. What else? We should make sure we covering all guidelines for YouTube. This is not misinformation. Okay. Nor disinformation. Okay. This is just information. Okay, straight up and down. What else? I said inciting violence, no harassment, no hate speech. All right. Fair act use to all the videos. I do not own all the videos in this particular video live stream. You know what I'm saying? You can go check out those platforms and go check out those interviews or clips and things like that on their particular channels on YouTube. Okay. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, Tell Like It Is TV. We out of here, y'all.